Oh, what is this? Are we back again? Oh, yes, we are back again. Hello, Vipe Nation. We're back. Probably should turn that down. All right, then the YouTube just sent out the notification, so now you all know that I'm live, and people should be filing in for the second podcast of the evening. All right, we think we got a few people lining up in here, so that's cool. That's cool. I'll give you all a minute or two more to get in here for those of you all that want to watch, and then we going to work because y'all know what it is. You know where you're at. You know what happens on the channel. We go to work. That's what it is. Now on my iPad, since there are 14 people watching, but on StreamYard, I'm looking at never mind, 16. Okay, all right, cool. We can go ahead and get the party started. Whoo, right, 77, right? All right, yeah, 77. Man, I've been doing so many podcasts. I'm almost lost track of how many episodes I've done so far, but we're on 77. Okay. So, this is VypDrive episode 77, and with it brings one of the most opinionated dudes in the tech space, Mr. Caseology himself, TechnicallyTee, is coming up next on VypDrive, which starts now. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and welcome back to another episode of VypDrive. This is the podcast about tech, hosted by the man about tech. And tonight, as I just said in my introduction, I have one of the most opinionated people on the platform, the master of reviewing YouTube cases and smartphones and other tech-related gadgets. Let's bring in the technically savvy one, Mr. TechnicallyTee. What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's good, man? What's good?
Glad you know what it is. We on the podcast, man. Thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate it.
Now, you already know it, man. Long time coming for sure.
No doubt. So I'm going to start with you where I'll start with everybody on the podcast that's been a first-time guest. I got to know, what brought you to YouTube?
Man, I was always into tech, you know what I mean? Before I even thought about YouTube or was on YouTube years before, man, I was always into tech. You're talking about somebody who was getting a brand new computer. My parents had a brand new compact Presario, and they got in the door. I broke it all apart, put it all back together, and plugged the computer up. So I was always a tinker person, man. Then that moved on to smartphones probably around my freshman year of college, which is around 2005. And just started really getting into a bunch of phones. I kept getting phones, and that was the time of the Blackberries, and I was doing custom ROMs on them. That's when routing was heavy. So I was going to YouTube, looking at tutorials and different things like that. And people were like, man, you should start a YouTube channel because you are like really good at this. Everybody who contacts me, they'll call me, they'll text me, hey, what phone should I get? Blah, blah, blah. And I would always tell them. So me wanting to start YouTube, man, it goes back for years, but I never pulled the trigger. So it was something that was always in the back of my mind. And then a couple of years ago, I was like, you know what? I mean, you kind of have the income source to get these things. You have income source to buy the phones and buy tech and stuff like that. Let's just go ahead and start it. Let me just finally do it now. I'm about 10 years late from when I wanted to do it, but let's just go ahead and start now. And that's just kind of what got me into it and what made me start YouTube. So that's just something I always wanted to do, something other people told me to always do. So I finally did it. Better late than never. You know what I mean? So
I was just about to say, man, you know what they say, there's no perfect time to start. I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I wish I would have started earlier, but we're here now, so we got to make our mark while we're here, and that's what I'm trying to do, and that's what you've been doing.
Yeah, so man, I'm telling you.
I'm kind of curious because your niche, if you were still associated with this niche, is really nichey. So I'm curious, how did you become known for reviewing cases?
All right, so same situation. Like, if you guys remember the tech couple, Corey and everybody, so you know them. I've been friends with them, like I said, 10 so many plus years, about forever. And I was a big case person. I would get cases. Oh, I don't like this case. Let me buy another case. I was nitpicky with cases. So it got to the point where I became the person with all the cases. I literally had shoe boxes of cell phone cases, old iPhone 4S, 5S cases under my bed in college. And people would come to me and be like, yo, can I get an iPhone case? So I was like, well, you know what? I was the reason I didn't start YouTube, because for a long time I was shy to speak in front of the camera. I was shy to get in front of the camera. So I was like, you know what? I like cases. I'm just a case person. I always got the newest case. I always flipping, flopping cases. I said, let me start reviewing cases, just my hands, like floss style, because that's when I was watching floss, heavy, heavy, heavy. So I said, I can do it this style and not show my face. And I have tons of cases already. So that's kind of the way I dove into the reviewing cases, because I just like a particular case. I'm picky when it comes to cases. So that's the reason how it just gelled into doing case reviews. And I just started that. I reviewed the cases that I had, and then I started buying a tons of cases way before brands even started to send them to me. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of where it was at. And that's kind of how I just kept flowing down the pipeline with cases, because the video started doing good. So I just kept it going.
Hey, you know what they say on YouTube: when you find something that works, you keep on doing it. So I completely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So I am nowhere near on your level, but I have had brands send me out cases. People like Rinky, Caseology, Beck. So I'm curious: do you have like a particular favorite brand, a case that you like, or a type of case that you like?
Yeah, most of the cases that I use on my phones right now are the Rinke Fusion X. Y'all guys know about it. This is one of the best cases to me on the market right now. I've always rocked with Spigen, and that's not because they sent me things. You know what I mean? I bought Spigen cases for years. I was like so hyped when they finally reached out to me. So Caseology, that was the first case I reviewed on my channel, and I bought them myself. So Caseology always holds a special place with me, because the Parallax series was the very first case that I reviewed on my channel. And I'm supposed to be working with Caseology to actually come up with my own colorway for that case. You know what I mean? So we haven't talked about it in a while, but that was something that we agreed on to do. We just haven't worked everything on the back end. But Caseology, Spigen, I used to like Otterboxes until I start to really find out about other brands and realize you didn't need those. Well, I didn't need those big bulky cases. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, Spigen, Caseology, Rinke, it's kind of known brands that you guys know. Rhino Shield. I love Rhino Shield cases too. So, and like I said, a lot of people may think because they send me cases, but no, like if they didn't send me those cases, I would legit go and buy them right now if I had to. So that's kind of some of my favorites. Spigen Neo Hybrid, Rhino Shield, Solid Suit, and the Rinke Fusion X, man, just to name a few out of many.
Listen, man, I'm like you, bro. Like I have been trying to get on the line with somebody from Spigen for like the past year or so, but it hasn't happened yet. But I still have gone out and brought Spigen cases for my iPhone because I love Spigen cases.
That's crazy, man. Because we talked about that in the DMs.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes,
man.
I mean,
that's wow, man.
I did have somebody reach back to me like over a year ago, but nothing ever came of it.
Nothing came out of it.
They said they're going to review my channel, and I never heard back. So I mean, I don't know,
but that's what happens, man. That's how me and Otterbox. That's why I haven't fell out with them, but they reached out to me, and they're in collaboration with LifeProof. So they reached out to me. They sent some LifeProof cases and everything like that. The videos did amazing, like crazy good on my channel. And then I never heard from them again. Like they just disappeared. I'm like, I didn't say anything negative. I mean, I don't. And this was years ago, but it's just like I don't know what happened to that. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of the way where that went. So it kind of happens, man. It sucks, but it happens.
Well, let me tell you about the crazy timing that happened to me today. So I don't know if you're aware, but I put in a recent order for the brand new 2020 iPad Pro 12.9 inch.
Yep.
It's supposed to be coming this week. So imagine my shock and surprise when I get an email today from Subcase. They're like, yo, Viper, we bringing out these new iPad Pro cases. We want to know if you have one and you would like to review it. I'm like, yo, I got one coming this week. Hell, send it over, baby. Send it over.
Boom.
So yeah, that's I think, So Subcase is going to be sending me out some of their iPad Pro cases. So I'm going to be reviewing those. Which is funny because I've never ever had like a regular case for my iPad before. It was always like either a keyboard case or that's it.
Subcase, when I did have the iPad 12.9 inch when they first came out, I had a Subcase case, and that was up there the whole I loved it. Like it was perfect. I never took it off. So you should have some dope cases coming from Subcase, man. There's some cool people, man. I went and visited their office. Their office is like 10 minutes from me right now. Like they're legit, man.
Yeah, Subcase is legit. They sent me a ton of cases for the iPhone 11, even though I couldn't use them because they sent the iPhone 11. I got the iPhone 11 Pro Max, but they sent a ton of cases to me for the iPhone.
They don't even care. Like when I went and toured their facility, they were like, "Over here is all of the cases that we're sending out," and it was just mounds of cases. I'm like,
I believe
they were like, "We don't care." They were like, "We really don't care." It's like these. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So they just push them.
Yeah, they push them. So I'm curious because fellow YouTuber Unbox Therapy Now he recently started his own cake company. So,
Yeah.
given that you do a lot of cake videos and cake work, have you ever thought about maybe starting your own cake company?
I have, man. Like I did a lot of research on it, maybe a couple months back, and I never really followed up with it. But that was something I did think about. But then also the same part of it is thinking of a case that doesn't look like anything else. The last
Mm.
thing I want to do, we know how that all turned out with Lou. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is, in my mind, I know the perfect case because I can take bits and pieces from each case that I like, and I have legit. It's in a notebook written down every aspect of case that I like, and it's written down for a case that I would design.
Mm.
But in my mind, I'm just like, how do I make it look like something that isn't already on the market? Because I was on Everything Apple Pro's website because I was pre-ordering some of his cases because I'm gonna review them. And I was looking at his case. I'm like, I like what he did, but he made it look different by just doing something dramatic that I don't think everybody is gonna like. So it's like you have to do that. But it's something I'm thinking about. It's just the design. Like, how can I get it to look how I want it with the materials that I want it out of? Because I have it all written out, like the whole schematic. I just need to get in front of somebody and find out what I need to do to actually get the ball rolling. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's there. But when I come out with a case, if I did come out with a case, I want it to be like this case doesn't look like anybody else's, but still looks good without it being ugly. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a push and pull. I want to do it, but you really have to think about how you really want it to look. That's the thing. Look is when it comes to these cases. You see what I'm saying? So
No doubt. So again, like I said, I haven't nearly had as many cases as you, but I've had a lot of cases over the past 2 or 3 years I've done this YouTube thing. And
yeah,
I have come to the realization that a lot of these cases, no matter what the brand are, they're the same thing. They're just different variations on the same cases,
that's
man.
it. Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm curious if you ever do one day go through with the plan to start your or build your own case. I'm curious as to how you would do it because, like you said,
Yes.
it could be kind of difficult to differentiate your case from what's already out there because, like I said, well, what outer box, sub case, caseology, speaking, they're all the same cases. They're just different brand, and they're
Just
all the
different
same.
brands, man. They really are. Like it's just different brands. You can get two identical cases and be like, these are the same cases, just different
Yep.
brands slapped on them. You know what I mean? So it's the
Mm-hmm.
same when these little case companies reach out to me. I look at their pictures. I go on the website, go on Amazon. I look at it. I'm like, this is nothing but a subcase case with another brand on it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it makes it kind of iffy. You know what I mean? It's a real funny space, and that's why I really haven't dove out there because it's like, what design does it's not already out there. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So what
Yeah.
can I do different? And that's how I kind of respect everything Apple Pro because his case does look different. It may not be for me. I'm not crazy about it. We'll get into that when I review it, but I give him props because it's different. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's kind of where you got to go with it.
As many case companies and cases are already out there in the wild, if you could come out with a case that somehow differentiates itself from the rest of the cases already out in the wild, you have done something.
Yeah.
It don't
I'm
really matter
telling
how
you.
protective it is. I mean, if you can differentiate it, if you can make it look different enough, you
Yeah.
have definitely accomplished something in itself. Definitely.
Yeah, it's great. And it's a lot of companies that people and I'm paying attention to the chat, but I'm actually digging. But I'm gonna show you guys this case. But there's cases out here that people don't even know. Like I'm not sure if anybody heard of Switch Easy. Now I'm pretty sure some people may heard of it. And I'm gonna do this is the next video that I'm gonna record probably this week. This is easily the best clear case on the market. Better than anything Spigen makes, better than anything Caseology makes. Easily the best clear case I have ever used. But I don't think no people know about it. So this is why I'm gonna do a video about this because they knocked it out the park with this clear case. So it's companies like that, like, and this looks different and it's different from everything out there compared to the size and everything. And I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like when I saw that case, I was like, they did it. Like it's a clear case, but it doesn't look like anything else out there, and it's sturdy. The review will be up later, but that really put it in perspective. Like there's still space out here to make something different. So.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, looking forward to your review about that. So let's get into the smartphone realm here. What are you currently rocking smartphone wise?
Man, I cut down, man. The only phones right now I have is the 3A, the 11 Pro Max, and the Samsung A71. That's all the phones I have right now. I cut down a lot. Like I started to get rid of stuff that I really didn't need because I'm not a person that can just hoard phones. Like I just sold a bunch off of Swapper. So that's what I'm rocking with right now into an Android of some. I'm looking for that Android phone to get that I can use as my second phone. The A71 is really not in my pocket. It's just kind of here on the desk.
Right.
But I'm looking for that Android phone that can always go with me when I leave out as well. So I haven't found it yet. I'm thinking about the OnePlus 8 Pro, but I don't know yet. So
All right, so let me run down some of the phones that have come out this year, and you let me know how you feel about them. So obviously,
yeah,
we got the Galaxy S20 lineup. We
yep.
got the newly released iPhone SE. We got the newly released OnePlus 8 and 8 Pro. So what are your thoughts on those devices?
So the S20 lineup, you guys know I had the S20 Ultra. Had it for
Yep.
just a short stint, man, and I loved it, but I hated it at the same time, and that was because of the camera, man. Like I told me, camera's important to me right now with my son. Like if you look at my photo album, that's all my phone is right now, of pictures of him. And I couldn't get those moments on the S20 Ultra. Now I know a lot of people say, "Oh, there was nothing wrong with for the pictures that you take." You see what I'm saying? But for what I need the shutter to be quick. I need the autofocus to be on point.
Oh yeah.
And it was time where he would do something and I would miss it with the S20, pick up my iPhone, boom, and get it. You see what I'm saying? So I love the S20 series. I don't think the S20 Ultra overall is the good phone, really. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody because cameras, like you always say, I think is one of the most important things.
Woo!
I don't think I could recommend it to anybody. And I think the one to get is the Plus because I'm seeing nice things said about the Plus. I never tried one. I've held one, but I've never tried one. So I think the thing to do will be don't spend all that money on the S20 Ultra and get a Plus, plenty big enough for you as well. And then the S20 if you're into the small phone game. So that's the S20 lineup. iPhone SE2. Now, I was opinionated about this on Twitter. I know everybody's seen me, man, but I still to this day go back and forth about picking one up because for one, it's cheap. You can grab one. And if I did want to, I probably wouldn't even sell it because I probably would just hold on to it. But I think I like what Apple did with it. I think it just could have been better in some aspects, but I know that may raise the price. You see what I'm saying? So my important thing is battery life. It doesn't matter how cheap a device is. It doesn't matter how many features a device is. If it can't last throughout the day, now I haven't had it, but I'm hearing everybody say the battery life isn't that good. So I think it hits a certain market to the T. Like, for example, my girlfriend's mom just got one. So you have people that's available to get an iPhone that doesn't want to spend a bunch of money on it. You see what I'm saying? That's always wanted an iPhone, but they were always just a little bit out that price range. So now they can get one. And you have older people who don't care about it being 720 or whatever the display resolution is. So it's going to smash that market right there. It's not made for people like me, like you, like everybody else who reviews smartphones over the internet. It's made for a certain group. And I think for that, they did hit the mark. But I also think that if you step back and look at the grand scheme of things, when it comes to smartphone, I feel like there are other smartphones out there that's just as good as the SE, but it's getting overshadowed because it's a new iPhone. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I am with it. I don't hate the device. I wish a couple things was going to be better on it, but I understand it 100%. You see what I'm saying? So, and for the OnePlus devices, this is what I'm kind of still in limbo right now because I want to order one, and OnePlus needs to stop releasing phones in limited quantities. Like it's like at least 10 phones, and when they sell out, it's out of stock. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like I've always had a soft spot for OnePlus. I think I've owned every single one except maybe one or two of them. I can't remember, but love OnePlus. The OnePlus 8 seems like it's going to be seems like it's amazing, like mid-ranger-ish phone. I don't know if I can say mid-range because the price is kind of up there for the
up there.
It's like what, $799? Like I can't really, that's mid-range. I'm thinking like $5 and stuff like that. That's what I think of mid-range, but I'm more so curious about the OnePlus 8 Pro. I haven't watched tons of videos on it. I love OnePlus, but I feel like they got the things right with the new ones. And finally, it's got wireless charging, IP68, and the camera. That was the main thing. Everybody knows OnePlus cameras have been lacking since day one. You know what I mean? So I always said if OnePlus would just step their camera game up, just bring it up to like Samsung Galaxy. Because, for me, the hierarchy is like Pixel, iPhone, Samsung. If you just can get into that bottom tier of quality, that's all you need. So that's my thing. You know what I mean? I want to get it because everybody's saying the cameras are improved. And that's the reason why I got my eyes on the OnePlus 8 Pro because I want to see if the camera's already better than what they used to be. So I feel like they got it in them. I still don't know why they can't make a good camera. So yeah, man.
Yeah, the OnePlus 8 Pro, like you said, wireless charging, IP water rating, things like that. They're definitely making an improvement. Shout out to Jillian for the $9.99 super chat. Thank you very much. For those of y'all watching on the YouTube, if you want to support the podcast, you can super chat. You also have the option of becoming a channel member. If you don't see it on your iOS device because Apple, the link is now in the chat if you want to become a channel member. Also, if you don't want to take YouTube, take 30% of your donation, you have the option to buy me a coffee. That link is in the description if you want to do that as well. For those of y'all listening on audio only, if you want to support the podcast, please check the link in the show notes for anything that you might need. Also, if you are listening to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, it would greatly help me out if you were to leave a rating or a review. It helps more people discover VypDrive, so I appreciate all you all rocking out with me each and every week. T, let's talk some more about OnePlus because, like you were alluding to, their new phones, the OnePlus 8 Pro, starts at $899, topped out at $1,000. So, the question I've been asking a lot on the podcast recently is, do you feel like, given from where they started to where they are now, OnePlus has lost their identity because they have gradually raised the price of these phones for like the last, 3 to 4 years?
Yeah, every year they've been raising them, and everybody knows the slogan that they first came out with: "Never settle, flagship killer." Now the never settle, I can understand, you know what I mean. But the flagship killer, I know they haven't said that in a long time, but I think OnePlus was always that dev custom-ish type phone that fit a certain market, and everything wasn't perfect. But people who did the ROMs and different things like that didn't really care because there was always a custom ROM that you can load. It's always something that you can load to make your camera experience better. But I feel like they just rode that out, and now are coming out with phones that's flagship. I think they're missing it because you don't have once again, the camera. I don't want to spend almost $1,000 and I get a mediocre camera, and I'm resorted to put Gcam on it, and I'm just not a fan of putting the Gcam. That's a crutch. Like if you have to put Gcam on a phone, then the camera's not good. You see what I'm saying? So, or the sensor or the software, you shouldn't have to resort to putting Gcam on it. So, to me, I feel like OnePlus has definitely just went off its high end. But if you're gonna charge $150, man, there's certain, well, not 150, but over $1,000, $1,000. There's certain things that you need to have flagship quality in order to really do it. Now they're there, but they're not all the way there enough to charge anywhere close to $1,000, in my opinion. I think their cap should be $799, maybe $699. I feel like that's their cap. You know, that's and they can run that range if they did that. But no, they want to play with the big boys, so your cameras is getting smashed out by the big boys. So it's just, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I think they should just back down a little bit and just kind of go back to what they were known for. I don't think they're ready to play in the flagship game. Not yet. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, I think I was talking to somebody else about this, and I was talking about how they have gradually grown up and their phones have gotten better every year because, you know, when they first started off, they had no fan base, but every year they kept putting out phones year after year after year, and they started growing their fan base year after year after year. And as the fan base grew, the fans started asking for more features every year from OnePlus. So when they started to add these features, the price of the phone started to go up because you really can't add features without increasing the price of the phone. So
exactly.
Now they're at this damn near flagship level with the wireless charging and IPX rating and things like that, and an improved camera. So now they're asking for practically flagship prices, and this is what you get when you ask for all these features. So, but I think I kind of agree with you. I don't know if OnePlus is quite ready to play in the flagship pool yet. I don't know if the phone is that good. I mean, it's a nice device. Don't get me wrong, and
it's nice.
And a lot of people will tell you that Oxygen OS is the best version of Android. But when you put that phone up against a Galaxy phone or a Pixel or an iPhone, I don't know, man. It's getting whacked. So I don't know.
Yeah,
but
like I said, and I'm a fan. I think Oxygen OS. I love Oxygen OS. Like, I easily the favorite Android skin for me. Easily, but you know what I mean. It comes with OnePlus lacks. You know what I mean. It just comes along with it. So yeah, man.
So you told me earlier that you are looking for a certain Android phone, but you didn't really name any names. So I'm curious, are there any Android phones that you are looking forward to this year?
Always looking forward to the new Pixels. Like, I love Pixel devices. I'm a stock Android type of person. If I have anything, I would definitely prefer stock Android over anything. So definitely the new Pixel when that drops. Like I said, the OnePlus is still lingering. I still want to know what that's about. Usually I try LG phones, man, but I think I'll just leave LG phones alone. Not because of me just not thinking they're not good. I think LG phones are very good. They're just slept on. People, you know, the G8. I love the G8. But for me, where it comes in is just a loss of money. Like I cannot pay some $700 for an LG phone and then the price just declines to like 150. Like I sold my G8, I might as well have kept it. I basically gave that thing away on Swapper. So for me, it's not that I don't want to review LG things. It's just that it's not financially smart to buy an LG device because they lose money so fast. You see what I'm saying? So I usually always look forward to the new LG device, but nah, I'm probably pass on that. The Note 20, of course, gotta know. I'm a Note person. I've had every single Note, so you know I'm ready for the Note. Like the Note is one of my. I always give the Note really the phone of the year. Obviously over the iPhone, except this past year, the iPhone 11 Pro Max just did it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
and of course the iPhone 12. You know what I mean? Just that design. I said if they would go back to like the old 5S design and just slim it up a little bit, it would just be dope. So I think Apple is going to do it right with the iPhone 12 this year. So that's kind of the phones I'm looking forward to, and the new Fold. I'm teetering on trying a foldable device because I've never had one in my hand. So I still would like to see what the Galaxy Fold 2 is talking about. And yeah, I just want to see what they're talking about. I really would like to get a foldable so I can kind of get my own opinion on them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's kind of devices that I'm kind of looking forward to this year, man.
All right, so I was just about to dig a little deeper into that, what you just mentioned. So foldable phones. Obviously we got the original Galaxy Fold out there. The Huawei Mate X is out there in non-Google land somewhere. Samsung just released the Z Flip, I think earlier this year.
Yeah.
The Motorola Razr, the new one is out there. There's been a lot of rumors about the Fold 2. So what are your overall thoughts on foldable phones as they stand right now?
I think foldable phones fits a certain niche, man. I feel like that's like a super techie thing. You know what I mean? Like I've never seen any foldable phone, I don't think in the wild. I don't think if I've ever seen anybody have a Samsung Z Flip. I don't know if I've ever seen a Fold in a while. I think they're good. I think they're the next thing up. Me, I'm just not crazy about a foldable device. Everyone that's came out, I've disliked the thing about it, like the Fold, the original Fold. The display when it was closed was just entirely way too small. Now I get it when you open it up, you got all that real estate. Cool, that's perfect. But when it's closed, it's just I can't use this. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's cool. The Z Flip, I really like that design, but the Z Flip out of every foldable that's been out, the Z Flip I've liked the most. Like it looks sleek, but for some odd reason, I feel like I'm going back to a flip phone. And I don't want a flip phone, you know, even though I know it's not, I just feel like I'm going right back to a flip phone. Everybody like, well, it's small, it fits in your pocket. I wear clothes my size. I don't have to have an issue with putting phones in my pocket. I'm not wearing skinny jeans, you know what I mean? Like my phones fit fine in my pocket. So for me, that wasn't a thing to me. Like, oh, it fits in places it never could fit before. Like, where are you trying to put your phone? You see what I'm saying? So that's really not my thing, but I think the Z Flip looks very, very good. The Razr, I feel like they just missed the mark. That price, and it was, I think I watched Floss's video on it, and maybe Michael Fisher, I think he did a review on it.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, nah, they had a good thing with it, but it's just the price, and it's just missed the mark. You know what I mean? So I think foldables can really, really, and the Fold 2, I think can really knock it out the park, man. Just give us more real estate on that front. When you open it up, of course, all that real estate is good. I personally don't want to fill a crease, but that may be something one can get used to because I've never had a foldable device. So it might be something that you can easily look over. But for me, visually looking at a crease, I feel like that would bother me because I'm such a stickler when it comes to displays. So all the foldable devices, they definitely have their market. But for me, I would be extremely picky if I was to really go out and spend the money that they want for one. You see what I'm saying? Like if I'm gonna spend that money, man, it has to be what I want, not something that I'm experimenting, wanting to try because it looks cool. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of my whole take when it comes to foldables. It's super dope, fits a certain niche. The only way a foldable will get my money if it's like 100% what I want out of one. So yeah, that's kind of my whole thing about foldable devices though. But I want to try one. I really do, man.
Yeah, I think, like you said, there's a lot going on with foldables right now. Like you said, when you look at the phone and you see that crease, it's like, what? I mean, obviously it goes away when you're consuming content, but I mean, sometimes I think it's a mind game with the crease. Like, even if you can't see it, you know it's there, and the fact that you know it's there, it bothers you a little.
I'll be trying to feel it. Like,
yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, that's the other thing when you're when you're interacting with the fold and you can feel the crease.
Yeah.
That's just weird. That's like a weird sensation, and it's like it's
Yeah,
not normal.
man.
So I completely
Right.
understand where you're coming from with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get a little personal with you.
All right, let's go.
Obviously we are in the middle of a global pandemic, but something
Yeah.
wonderful in your life happened recently. So I want to talk about that real quick.
Yeah,
You
man.
became a new daddy, man. You became a new
Yeah.
daddy.
Yeah,
Now, you
man.
are in a unique set of circumstances, Mr. Technically T, because not only did you become a new daddy, you became a new daddy in the middle of a global pandemic. So talk to us about that experience.
Man, it's almost like a gift and a curse at the same time. It's not a curse, but
right.
the whole thing about becoming a new parent was that's amazing. Like I would not trade that. It's the best thing that ever happened to me, in my life. It totally was unexpected, unplanned. You know what I mean? This is real. This is a vibe. I'm gonna keep it all real. Totally a surprise.
Okay.
But I wouldn't trade it for nothing, man. And this kind of gels all into even the pandemic and how it surrounds how my YouTube channel has been doing lately. It's tough that all of this happened at one moment, because if you guys kind of follow me, you see my trend, you kind of knew my growth. But when I got to a certain point, it just really stopped, slowed down, especially when he got here. And the thing about it, man, is it makes it challenging because before it was just me. I can record anytime I want to. I mean, you guys know how it is. If you think of an idea, you can just pick up and record. But nowadays, you have to be a little bit more considerate of others, because when you have a child, you still have to find time to make time for what you used to do when you didn't have him or didn't have her. You see what I'm saying? So,
right.
For example, I kind of fell back on my YouTube channel because I didn't want to feel like I was always recording and not giving my girlfriend a break. You know what I mean? Because everybody needs breaks. Like when you have a new child, you need a break. You need an exit. You need to go play your game that you want to do. You need to go do this, what you want to do. So you got to have a break, and you got to really find balance. You see what I'm saying? That's the most super challenging thing between having him and trying to run this YouTube channel, man. So, and then you throw the pandemic in there, man, that just adds a whole nother dynamic, because you're home. I have a high demanding job where I'm busy during the day. My girlfriend has a job that she's busy, but now you have to throw watching him, who's going through that 7-month phase where they want nothing but attention. You can't put him down. You know what I mean? You can't just set him in his little activity thing and let him play. So that adds a whole nother dynamic on trying to balance watching him doing work. You know what I mean? It's a lot, man. Like to have him in the house every single day is like, I love spending time with him, but at the same time, when are we going to take you back to daycare? You know what I mean? So it's been challenging, man, but it's not too bad. He hasn't went anywhere. Like we've been working from home probably since as soon as we moved into this house. I think I may have went to work one day and then we started working from home. So he hasn't been anywhere since all this started. He hasn't even left the house. You see what I'm saying? So it's not too bad, just not letting people come over and different things like that. You know what I mean? It isn't too bad, but it is a little challenging when we're talking about, even to me, recording videos. You know what I mean? I said it just this week. I said I have to get back on it. And my girlfriend's a 100% advocate for my YouTube channel. Like she's all for it. And she keeps telling me, you need to have a schedule. Plan out your weeks. It's not as easy now to where you can just pick up and record. Some nights he's fussier than other nights. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about having a schedule, having a plan. And this week I'm gonna get a dry erase board and really plan my weeks out, plan my edits out, and to really get the channel back up and going, man, because it's challenging. You know what I mean? And like I said, you throw this whole pandemic out here, it just makes it that much more challenging. So yeah, man, it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Hey man, you know, I fellow creator to creator. I know how much it's important to have a schedule. I don't even have one myself, man. But I mean,
never did.
I mean, but it's like you said, it's important for us to have a schedule because it's important for how we do things, and it's also important for how our audience takes in our content. They want to know what to expect, when to expect, and things like that. So when you throw a kid in the middle, like it's definitely even uberly more important that you can land a schedule if you can stick to it and do the best you can. So I completely understand, not the kid part, but the schedule part.
Nah, it's just I had to really sit down and start a schedule, because I'll be like, I'm gonna record, but then he can get in a fussy mood and it'll just drain me. You know what I mean? A lot of people are like, you got to push through and you got to keep grinding. I'm like, it's easy for you to say, work a full-time job And then once you get off of him, bath time, feed him. When he's calm, it's like that's when you want to just sit back and be like, okay, I'm about to sit back and chill. I'm not about to jump back into another activity like recording, because that thing can be like a job sometimes. I mean, you know how it goes, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So you, after the day is over, sometimes you just want to relax. And that's what that's the groove I've got in, but I have to get myself out of that groove to get my YouTube channel kind of kicked back up and running, you know, because I hit like a plateau right now. So I hit like 23K and it just stopped. But I just have to, just like the poet in the said, he said, hey, like, forget the schedule. Like, it don't matter. There's no schedule. You see what I'm saying? But
right.
I have to kind of plan like, hey, I'm gonna record Mondays and Wednesdays. Even if it's just getting one video out a week, that's better than not giving the video out in weeks. You see what I'm saying? So
right.
Yeah, man, it's been a ride. It's been a wild ride, man. But I wouldn't trade it for anything for sure.
So you said something a little earlier that kind of cracked me up. You said that you were knocking the Galaxy S20 camera because they couldn't capture the moments of you with your son. So are you going to use your thumb as a gauge now into your future smartphone reviews? If the camera can't capture that moment, you're going to be like, bam!
If you can't catch him, I can't use it because the iPhone does. Like, I literally, I forgot what he was doing that day. And I was trying with the S20, trying. And I was like, it cannot do it. And the way I do, man, when I review an Android phone, I typically put my iPhone up. Like, that's the only way I can get a true gauge on the device. I don't want to use it and then pick up my iPhone to go on Twitter, or I tend to just almost put my iPhone in the box, if you want to be technical. That's how I view Android devices. So for me, I was just like, I got to get the iPhone because I know it can capture this picture. And then first time, boom, done. But that's important to me, and there are other people out there that's in the same boat that I'm in, that it's going to be important to them. You know what I mean? So that's why I was kind of so hard on the S20 Ultra, because I'm like, no, man, for this price and you boasted on cameras and this camera is trash? No, man, no, I can't do that, man. For me, the camera was trash, you know what I mean? But to other people, it worked fine. But for what I needed for, it didn't. So
no, but your situation is not unique though. There are millions of people that have kids and when they want to capture those special moments, and if the phone is unable to capture them at that time, then as our boy Jay Will would say, it might have to be a catch and release. If you can't capture the moment, catch and release.
It was a big catch and release. Somebody got a nice little package deal on Swapper for that thing, man. So I had to let it go. I couldn't keep that bill in here, man. It just cost too much. So it had to go, man.
No doubt. Hey, shout out to Buzz703. I got the email that you sent me a copy, sir. So thank you for the support. Appreciate you all supporting me every time I'm doing these live streams and podcasts, no doubt. So I had Marquez on here a couple of hours ago. We were talking about promotion. I think me and you have had this conversation on Twitter about how we both think that promotion is overrated, kind of. So give us your thoughts on promotion, man, or 120 hertz refresh rate.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you could tell a difference. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and say on this podcast, on VypDrive right now, that if you put a 120 hertz and you put up a 60, there's no difference. Of course, you can tell a difference. Now, personally, when I had my S20 Ultra, I had it on 60. I didn't even have it on 120 because, one, I like the quad HD display. You know what I mean? So, but that's a whole nother story. But for the 120, for techies, yeah, it's cool. But I can show my girlfriend right now and be like, hey, what's the difference between these two devices? And I think I did one time, and she was like, what? Like, what's the difference? And I was like, does one feel smoother? And she was like, yeah, kind of. You know what I mean? But that just shows you, going to a person who really isn't into tech. She's an iPhone person, though. But that's into tech. They don't care. Like, I'm thinking about my mom. She has an iPhone XR. You think she would know if it's 120 hertz? Like, and just like you said, I watched your video with what Talos of Tech said, and I was just like, wait a minute, did I just hear that it might flop, that if it doesn't have 120? I'm like, out of all genres of phones, out of every group person that cares about stuff like that, Android group, Samsung group of fans probably would care about 120 way more than Apple fans. I can take 10 people on the street right now that have iPhones and ask them, hey, do you want an 120 hertz screen? And they're going to be like, what does that even mean? But even if they've seen it, you may get a few that may be like, yeah, it looks good. But the majority is going to be like, that doesn't matter. Can I send emojis? Can I send emojis? Can I do that? Can I iMessage? Can I FaceTime? They're not caring about 120. So I think it is a good move. I do like it. It's cool. But for me, it's not a requirement. Everybody was like, there's no way you can go from 120 to 60. I was like, yeah, I can. I can pick up my S20 Ultra on 120 if I did use it on that setting, pick up my iPhone And now all of a sudden, everybody feels like 60 hertz is like 10 hertz. Oh, it's so slow. I'm like, it's you exaggerating. Stop it.
I do it every day.
Every single day. Like, so it's funny to hear the people say, oh, 60 is so slow now. It's like, it's not that slow. Like, stop exaggerating. You know what I mean? But it'd be cool if that's the new thing. Fine. But I'm not going to judge a device if it has 60 or 120. I could care less. If the iPhone 12 came out with 60, I still wouldn't care. But that's just me personally. You see what I'm saying? You got some people, I think Marquez said it before. Was this on your live stream where he said a phone a year can't be a phone a year without 120 hertz? And I was just like, what? But that's his reasoning. But to me, I think the complete opposite. It doesn't matter to me. So yeah, man, the 120 thing is cool. But for the general public, the general iPhone fan base, they're not gonna care.
No, I said it much last night. 95% of the people don't know what promotion is, or do they care what promotion does? They don't care.
No, they don't care.
But for the hardcore tech nerds, I mean, yeah, they're into that, obviously. Yeah. And like you said, I mean, if you use a 120 hertz display next to a 60 hertz, you will see a difference or feel a difference. You will. But number one, how many people are using them side by side? And number two, how many people actually know what that is or what it does for them?
Exactly.
And more to the fact, it doesn't really change the way we use the phones anyway. So I don't think it's a big deal at all. But it's a nice little party trick.
Yeah. If they come with it, cool. I'll be all for it. But I want good battery life. I don't care how smooth the phone is. Don't impact my battery life. So I'll be interesting to see how they do 120 and then keep hopefully that same battery life that we're getting with 11 Pro Max on the big boy. You know what I mean? So we'll just have to see, man. We'll have to see.
So, since you are technically T, let's talk about another party trick that's happening right now in the world.
Yeah.
5G. What are your thoughts on 5G?
Oh, my God. Don't get me started on 5G. Man,
I'm getting you started on 5G.
That's what I do.
Let's go.
As my profession. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm a design engineer as my day job. I do 5G. I actively work on 5G projects. And to hear some of the stuff about 5G is like, stop. I want people to stop. Don't make 5G a topic if you don't know what you're talking about. And I've said that over so many times. But I mean, yes, 5G is very premature, especially when we're talking about certain carriers. You see what I'm saying? So 5G is fine. It'll have certain, I think people have the wrong gauge on what 5G will actually allow us to do. I think they're mostly stuck on speeds. You see what I'm saying? Speeds are important, but you don't understand the capabilities that 5G opens up. Like,
break it down, baby. Break it down.
I can tell you some things like for example, 5G. We have some 5G modules in, don't know what stadium it is, but it literally has the capability and the bandwidth to, and I'm trying to break this down because it was explained one time to me. This is a project I actually worked on, but we actually viewed one, but it's a camera that's in, this is what the capabilities of 5G is going. So there's a camera in the stadium, right? The cameras are around the concession stands, okay? So this is where it's going. It may not be implemented right now, but this is where it's going. So it's around this concession stand. They're trying to make something that app-based or geolocation-based that says to you, sends to your smartphone that, hey, we seen you go get a beer during this time of games that you attend. I think it's time for you to go get a beer. And they capture this with the camera that's above the concession stand, links you, and then it then ties to your phone to let you know or to remind you that, hey, go get something to drink, or hey, go get food. This is about your time that you go get food. So I don't think, and it goes way, way deeper than that. Like it went so deep. I was like, I probably wouldn't want this because that's a little too detailed. But I think people are missing the point as to speeds, but the capabilities that 5G is going to help us do. You see what I'm saying? It really ties a lot together. And yes, it's still premature. Don't go run out betting your money on 5G phones. But I do think it's coming quicker than some people think. You see what I'm saying? So,
okay. So listening to you explain it that way reminds me of something that was talked about at CES this year.
Right.
Delta has a program for their overhead boarding schedule board thingy. They're running a program, or they will be running a program that allows a person to walk up to the flight board and see only the information that pertains to that individual person,
Yeah,
which is
exactly.
mind blowing. So to
Yes.
hear you talk about how 5G will enable communication between an individual
Yes.
user and the cameras in the building to let you know that,
Yes.
okay, you need to go get your concession at the time.
Yeah.
Reminds me of what Delta is working on, where when you
That's
look at
where
the
it's
flight
going.
board, you see only what you need to see and nobody else. And you're the
Exactly.
only person
Yep.
that can see it because it's tied directly to you and your smartphone and
Yeah.
your information.
It's
It's
scary.
crazy. Yeah.
It's low-key scary. Like when that guy, and this was a couple weeks, this is like before, actually it was right before all this pandemic stuff hit. We went and he gave us a tour of it, and I was like, low-key, this is scary.
Oh, yeah.
Like they know way too much information. So I think it's going to become a point of data privacy, especially when it's going to be real iffy when it comes to this 5G and the capabilities that it opens up. So it's cool. Like it was cool when he was breaking it down, but at the same time, in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is scary. Like it knows way too much about you. Like when you go to the bathroom, when you go to concession, what time you usually arrive to the games, what the average time that you leave a game. And that's what all of these cameras that's no bigger than your phone is just sitting up, and it just collects so much information and individually based. It's crazy, man. So 5G, it allows it's the speed of capabilities more so than the speed of like network speeds. That's going to be there, but people have to start looking at 5G of what it's capable of allowing us to do. And I think once you get that under control, then you'll understand it more. You see what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's funny when I sit back and look at 5G, and there's things that we can't talk about. There's some things that within our own company we can't talk about 5G related. And there's some things that I'm like, that is completely wrong that I see on the internet. And I'm talking about big videos that's like 100,000 of views. And I'm like, everything you said is wrong. But I can't go and make a video and talk about it because that's my job. I can't do that. But
Right.
all I have to say is there's a lot of wrong information out there being spilled when it comes to 5G. But that's all I can say. I can't say what's wrong and what's not, but it's a lot of wrong out there when we're talking about 5G.
All right. So let's talk about something that you may be able to talk about, though.
Yeah.
I made a video a few months ago citing how 5G is perfectly safe and all these claims that it causes cancer or it could kill you, blah, blah, blah. I completely dispelled that in my video with absolute research and lack of evidence, blah, blah, blah. Can you talk about that at least? How it's safe?
That is 100%. That's 100% true. That all that 5G is going to be unhealthy and all that is some bogus claims that somebody came up with. And we don't even touch on it within our job. It's just like, look, that's bogus. We moving on. Like we don't even talk about it. But all I know is if you have any inkling or you have any suspicion that you think you're going to go out there and get sick or it's going to cause radiation, go put that in a little can and just throw that in the trash can and wait for the dumpster to come get it because it's all the way wrong. Don't believe that, man. It's going to be just fine. It's not going to be any more harmful than any of the other speeds or whatever that's already been out. So I wish that would just completely stop.
And one more thing, TechnicallyTee, can you please explain to these nut jobs that 5G did not cause coronavirus?
Next time.
For those of y'all listening to the audio, the look on his face was priceless.
Oh my! I have one of my friends on Facebook that actively believes that it caused it, and I'm like, he always is pushing my buttons. Like, T, can you talk about this? I'm like, I am not even wasting finger energy to type on my phone to do that. Like, just stop. And he swears up and down, and I'm like, dude, I can run circles around somebody if they really want to break this down and talk networks. I will go over everybody's head. And I'm like, dude, I'm not even about to go there with you because you're not on my same bandwidth. You're not there. So just stop. Like, just sit down. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, man. Like, people need to stop that, man. It's blasphemy.
It's real crazy, man. It's so crazy. It's ridiculous. I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. It's absolute bananas. It's buffoonery. It really is.
Big buffoonery, man. The biggest out.
All right, before we get out of here, let's talk about what your thoughts are on life after the pandemic. Obviously, we got a lot of states and cities and things that are slowly beginning to reopen. Yeah. There's no mass gatherings or anything like that yet, and there probably won't be for a while. Yeah. But even when we're on the other side of the pandemic and things are reopened and we are able to travel to and from again, do you think you'll be in a rush to travel or be around a lot of people? Because I certainly will not be.
No, not at all, man. It sucks. Just like I said on Twitter, man, I'll be going to Colombia tomorrow if this pandemic wasn't going on. Like me and my girlfriend it was our vacation. We go to multiple places every year, and that it sucks. But life after this will never. I feel like it'll never be the same. I feel like, and I told somebody the other day, a senseless cough will never be the same.
Yep.
Like if somebody coughs, you're gonna be like, wait a second, you know what I mean? So it's crazy how it is because I was literally in the store yesterday and I had a cough. Like I was drinking water and it just went down the wrong hole, and I did not want to cough. I was in there like, I don't want to cough. They might kick me up out of here. You know what I mean? But yo, after this, man, I'm in no rush. Right now we only go places that we have to go. And then you throw my son in it. I don't want to take him out just senseless paces. People already aren't following the rules. Like Georgia is basically open.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I had to go out what day? Saturday to do some running around for Mother's Day and stuff. It looked like everything was regular traffic. And we're talking about Atlanta here. Traffic. I'm like, I try to keep distance, but you have other people who don't do that or wear a mask, but you have other people who don't have a mask. So I think after this, it's going to be real funny when we're talking about everybody is doing these precautions right now when it comes to hygiene. But are you going to be doing that same thing once this is supposedly over? Will you be washing your hands when you do? Will you be keeping your space? I feel like I don't ever want anybody right behind me in a line now. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be touchy when this is finally over, whenever that is, the world is clear, which I don't think it will be for a while. It's going to be a touchy place. It's going to be really funny. I don't know. It's weird. I don't think any of us really know how it's going to be when this is all supposedly over. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not in a rush to go anywhere. Everybody's like, oh, you can go out and get a haircut. This is open now. That's open now. My barber texted me, hey, we're open. I'm not in a rush to go get a haircut. Like, I'm fine. You know what I mean? Like, I may have the fro under this. This is packing down a lot of hair right now. You know what I mean? But I'm fine. I can edge it up and keep it moving. So for me, I don't know when I'll be just ready to freely go somewhere going somewhere that I don't need to go. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Like, it's going to be real funny. And I think all of us, it's going to be a little weird, man. So
Digital Flying, thank you for the $2.99 super chat, sir. I appreciate you. Yeah, man. I'm in complete agreement with you. I don't think it's ever going to be the same again. And it's funny, I saw something on Twitter about a bunch of people parking in front of a gym doing workouts outside the gym because they're protesting that the gym ain't not open. And I'm just like, are y'all really gonna have that same energy when everybody's outside again? Like, I don't know. Like, it's not. It's like even when we are on the other side of this pandemic and everything is open, there's gonna be a lot of apprehension. I know I'm gonna be apprehensive about where I'm going and things like that.
Yeah, man.
So yeah. So I got Janosis asking, do we have time for questions? We do. So if y'all got any questions for my man TechnicallyTee, let me know. We'll get them to him. We'll see what we got. But
yes, sir.
Yeah. I don't know why people are. I mean, I know why people are in a rush because they're. I mean,
right. I get it.
A lot of people have been negatively impacted by the pandemic with their financial situation and things like that. I get that. But if it's not safe outside and it's not, hell, we don't even have a vaccine for this thing yet. It's still not safe. Wait, what are you opening? What are you rushing to? Like,
it's going to be a deadly spike.
What are you?
It's going to be a bad spike, man. That's going to really make it unfortunate. But I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. I'll be in the house still. I'm going to be in the house.
I'm with you, man. Janosis wants to know, have you experienced product from Element Case like the Black Ops Elite?
No, I haven't. I've tried to reach out to them, but I haven't really got anything back from them. I think their cases are like crazy expensive, if I'm not mistaken. I think Element cases are like high, but I have been wanting to review some of their cases because I'm always curious about expensive cases to see if they're really worth it. So me personally, no, I haven't, but I would like to. You know what I mean? I have to try reaching out back to them and see if I get anything.
Gotcha. Joseph wants to know, when is your next video dropping?
Hopefully by this week. Since I did this tonight, I'll probably be chill tomorrow, and then Wednesday, hopefully I can record and hopefully have it edited up to release on Thursday. It's either going to be like a what's on my iPhone video, because I've had a few people request a what's on my iPhone video. So it might be one of those. I'm definitely going to do a review of this clear case that I talked about down here from this company. They sent me another case, which is nice as well. So what's on my iPhone, that case there, and from there I'm gonna go do some content over on my camera channel, man, because I kind of left that over there like a blank slate. So I'm gonna do some camera videos for that channel. So
gotcha. All right, Ivan wants to know how you like the Galaxy Buds Plus versus the AirPod Pro.
You know, man, out of everybody, I am the wrong person to ask because I'm not an audio person. I'm more of a person of what works. You see what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
for me, the pros, I've never been a huge fan of them because for me, I think that the twos were better than the pros because me personally, the pros always was inconsistent for me. It would pick up my phone as if I have it in my ear, and sometimes I take it out of my ear, it doesn't stop playing. Sometimes it does. My AirPod Pro experience have been very inconsistent. Now I know that just may be me. I'm not bashing the AirPod Pros in the whole, but for me, it has been inconsistent. So for what I've been doing so far, and I've been using the buds really for things like this for a long time, especially with my iMac listening to things, it's been flawless. Switching from my phone to my computer, flawless. I have had no issues with my buds, these Galaxy Buds Plus so far, 0, and the battery life is unreal. So right now, yeah, the AirPods is over here in the drawer, just sitting here in the drawer. You see the drawer right here opening. It's in the drawer. Like and I have these bad boys actively out on my wireless charger. So right now, for what I use it, for what I've experienced, man, the Buds I think is a little bit better than the Pros because of my experience. So.
All right, we got a question from the polls. Have you looked at cases from ESR? They're some of my favorites.
Yeah, I've reviewed some of their cases in the past, and I think they're one of those brands who's like always in my inbox, man. And I have to go reach back out to them. But yeah, they have some solid cases, very nice price point. But I do need to get some of their cases back on the channel because it's been a while since I reviewed them, and I'm pretty sure they've made improvements. So yeah, I've definitely checked them out before.
No doubt. I got a question for you. Are you going to be looking at, or do you have any interest in the newly named AirPod Studio?
And that's the over the ears, right?
Correct.
I was just talking to El Jefe the other day, man. I was saying that I'm looking for an editing type of microphone because when I edit, I use buds. But we all know that's not the best thing to use when we're talking about editing the video. You know what I mean? I don't have the best audio, but at the same time, sometimes I like to put something on and just tune out when I'm editing because I do my editing usually late night when little man is asleep. You see what I'm saying? They're both sleeping in the bed. I put them on. I can lock in. But they look pretty. We're going to see. I haven't really watched a lot of leaked videos on them, but I've never owned a current pair of over the ears. I can't tell you when the last time I put a pair of over the ears on, to be honest with you. I've never tried the Sonys that you swear by. I've never tried them. The only things that's over the ear is my Turtle Beaches that I play Xbox on. That's the only thing, man.
What? What did you just say?
The Beats, I've never had Beats. I've never any of those, man. Any of those. But I'm not an audio person. I
don't care if you're not an audio person, damn it. I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Marquez last year. You need to get a pair of these Sony WH-1000X and 3s and thank me later.
I know. You said that. Now, I did like the earbuds, the wireless buds, that long name. They were cool, but that carrying case was just humongous, man. Yeah. Like, they did sound good. I love the app. They worked good. But that it was just, I've never, ever had a pair of over-the-ear headphones.
El Jefe, I need you to take care of this immediately. Immediately, El Jefe. Mail this man some headphones, please. Thank you very much.
People probably think I'm lying. I have never listened to, I've put them on to try a pair of Beats to listen, but to like really own a pair, I've never owned the over-the-ear ever. Always buds, like just the regular buds. Like I would just be a person with the regular buds in.
Me and you are a different breed because I like earbuds, but I can't really use them too much because they don't stay in my ear. The only earbuds, T, and I mean the only earbuds that have ever stayed in my ear consistently are the AirPods, not the Pros, the regular AirPods.
The AirPods, okay.
The regular AirPods. The AirPod Pros don't even stay. Well, they stay in my ear, but they move around too much. Right. But the regular AirPods are the only earbuds that have ever consistently stayed in my ear and not moved. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, these Buds Plus might be the best fit that I've had, but I've never had an issue with the AirPods. They kind of fit. I know they're all different. You know, your ear shape is all different, but these fit really good. But and everybody always say, I have an audio dude that's like a super audio person. He said, you don't know audio because you haven't heard good audio. He always tells me that. He said, you always are so nonchalant. I said, because I don't care. Like sound, people can say, what's the difference between the Pros and the Pluses? I don't know. They all sound the same, but I know it doesn't. But that's how much of a non-audio person that I am. So, yeah, man.
Like for me, over ears are the way to go. They stay on my ears. I can clamp them down and I'm good to go.
I know. I want when I fly and travel, and that's what I want to pay for. Right. These buds are cool, but it doesn't drown anything out really. You know, even noise canceling, I feel like over the ears will be superior than AirPod Pros just because of design. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I got to experience a pair, man. I got to really, you know what I mean? Genosis and Slim me in the chat right now. Oh man, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get some, man. I'm gonna try some of those fancy ones y'all be talking about, man.
Somebody help this man out quickly. Help him out. Come on, man.
Try some, man.
All right, man. That's gonna be the end of the podcast portion. We might hang out if T got some time. Seems like we're having a good time. Yeah, man, but good, the podcast is about over. Thank you guys for watching the live stream on YouTube. I appreciate it. If you guys super chatted or sent me a coffee or any of that good stuff, thank you very much. For those of y'all listening on audio only, thank you for listening this week to the podcast. I'll be back with next week with another episode as usual. Again, if you want to support the podcast, please check the show notes for any links to all that good stuff. Also, if you listen to this on Apple Podcast, please leave a rating or review. Hit that subscribe button. It helps people discover VypDrive to enjoy the good tech combo that we're having. But this is the conclusion of the live portion of the podcast. So until next week, people, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more. And now we are on to the after party with TechnicallyTee. Yo, man, I appreciate this. This is a good conversation, man. See, you should call me on these live streams with me all more often, man. See how
look, man, I've been trying, man. Little man take over. I'll probably have little man join me here in a little bit. He be taking over, man. It's just, I'll be like, I gotta get on the VypDrive because I had time Friday, man. But Fridays are my Atlanta friends. We get on Zoom and we have like happy hour. So we have drinks. We do that every Friday. When that's over, my brothers and our cousins, we usually get on a Zoom call, and that's when we'll party. So this last Friday, I was like, yo, I got time to get on VypStream. He got guests. He seemed like he gonna stay on for a while. So I was like, I'm gonna get up there. Cool. I set up, man. The little man was just like, you're not getting on no stream. Sit back down with me on this couch. And I was like, I let Vype down again. I'm like, God. So I had to slide the DM, was like, yo, we have to set something up, man. We got to set something up.
Yo, Buzz got some good advice, though. You wait till Black Friday. You might be able to get a deal on these XM3s, man.
They probably going to have something else new by then, though. I mean.
Probably. And actually, they'll probably go on sale before them because they've been going on sale a lot this year. So I would say be on the lookout. But if you can get a pair of these, yeah.
How much are they now? How much are those now?
All right. Right now, let's look them up. They're probably $298 right now. Either $278 or $298.
You see, when I hear that, and me not being an audio person, I'm like, there's no way I'm paying for that. Like, what? And that's when, in my mind, I'm like, my earbuds are just fine. My Galaxy buds are just fine. I can't justify spending $300, man.
Ooh, okay, never mind. On Amazon at $348. Damn. Okay, never hold on.
See, I'm definitely not getting them for that price.
No, I wouldn't even tell you to pay for them for that price. Although they work for every penny, but still, no, fam, no. Oh yeah, and they're Best Buy they're regular price now. Okay, never mind. They're $350. They're regular price right now, but I mean they're worth every penny. But I can't do that.
I know it probably is, but for me, that's like just like I told you earlier. That's like me just trying a folded device. It's like I don't want to try that, and I know they probably sound good, but I'm gonna break down and get some soon. But I know for a fact my whole thing that I'm working on now is audio for my channel. This room, I have to fix this room, and I know once I get the audio where I want it, I'm gonna need some good headphones to really listen to what I'm doing. So that's why I need some within the next few weeks. So
now the funny thing is, it's interesting that we're having a conversation because somebody was asking me about these on Twitter the other day, and they said they were going to Target to get some. And I happen to know that particular day, Newegg had them on sale for $238. So that person ended up getting Target to price match them, and they got them for $238. I'm like, there you go.
That's okay. I can see that. I'm gonna do some research, but I know there's so many other ones. Like, what? Do you have some Sennheiser one? Because MKBHD has some Sennheisers on. Do you have those?
He had the Sennheiser one. I don't have any of those.
Okay.
I got these. I got the new Bose 700s, and I have the Surface headphones.
Okay. Yeah, I know there are probably a lot of different options, man. I just gotta see. I always hit El Jefe up, man. I swear every few months I'm like, El Jefe, what I need, man. Like what I need to get, because I know you and GameSki, I hit you guys up for audio because I do not do audio at all. So that's why I come to them. They come for me for cases. I come to you for audio, man. I don't do the audio thing.
No doubt, man. No doubt. I mean, I have somebody on ain't it nice to like have people for certain things though? I have somebody asking me about somebody was asking me on Twitter about rooting the phone. I'm like, let me get a Droid Moderator or Nito Mac in there, man.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. Let me get a high on Android. Let me get
Right. Let me get Mac up in here, bro.
Yeah.
I haven't rooted a phone in 10 years, bro. I don't know what the hell.
My God, boy, I have not bricked and rooted and flashed. I haven't done that in a minute, man. I haven't done that in a minute.
That's right. That's right.
You.
Be the go-to guy for something, no doubt, man.
That's it. You understand how many people hit me up on like this case and I always reply. If I see it, I'll make sure I always reply, man, because it's just like, yo, get this, or no, that case sucks. Or sometimes I send people cases like, hey, just take these cases. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of times I do that because I give away cases so much. You just see in this closet right here how many boxes of cases I have. So when people come over and be like, hey, you got a case for this? I'm like, go shopping. There's the box. Do your case shopping. Take as many as you want. I do not care. You know what I mean? So
I mean, you want a case? I got you.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You get a case. You get a case. You get a case. You get a case.
Yo, I forgot, man. Because we in my old spot, I would always have people coming over. We were always partying and chilling, man. And people like, you got cases for a new iPhone? And I would just come out with a big box, and it'll be like Christmas, like. Freaking people would just be reaching in there grabbing cases. I'm like, take them all, please take them all, man. But I would take my favorites. I would take I was like, okay, you can't have these, and they were like, how's that? Oh, I forgot that one. Give me that. You can't have that one. You know what
I mean? Oh man. T, we got somebody in the chat asking about those Fortnite skins, bro.
There you go. There you go. Genosis, I liked you, man. Don't start that, Genosis. Yo, John, boy. John ruined me. I still have people randomly in my inbox. I'm like, I'm going to get John one day. I don't know how I'm going to get John. And John may be listening. I'm going to get John one day. I don't know how I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him back because he ruined my inbox for like a month. So I'm going to have to get, I'm going to get him, man. And John knows it. All he does is laugh. I said, I'm going to get you. You just don't know how I'm going to troll you one day. It's going to be, I got to let it brew because it's got to be really good too. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I think you got lucky, man. Because John ain't got time for that no more, man. He's
no, sir.
Great about Apple people.
Boy, he is getting. Oh man, tell me about it.
Actually, I know you can get it back. Just tell him that. Just tell some random dude that. Yeah, you want the Apple leak? Go get John. There you go.
Right. Send them there. Go there. Inbox him. He said you can specifically inbox him any question that you want to ask.
Anything.
Just let him raid his inbox, man. Golly.
They'll do it, man. They'll do it, bro. They'll do it.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Woo. So what's the best part about being a new dad, man?
Oh, man. Man, just like seeing something that you created. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think I would become a dad right this minute. You know what I mean? But to like it's just to see him happy and it's everything, man. Like, just to watch him grow up. That's what's amazing. Like to see him when he was first born and to how much he is now. Like he just has 2 little teeth now, and to see how he's grown up, man, it's just like, man, like you've changed so much from a few weeks until now with a few months. Like you're a whole different child. You know what I mean? Like every day is something new. So you wake up every day and you're like, what are you going to do today? You know what I mean? Now he has this thing where he wants to fight me. Like one day I was play fighting him, and now he's like, I'm like, okay, we have to stop because now you're going to go back to daycare wanting to play fight people and you can't do that. You know what I mean? But just watching them grow, man. Like every day is something new. Every day is something different, man. To be a part of that, like I always said, and I know everybody has different situations of what goes on, but it was like, there's no way I could not be in his life. Like to not think that I can be around him every day that I wake up would like drive me crazy. You know what I mean? So to like, I just can't picture how people would have children and not want to be a part of their life. Like it's like the best thing in the world. You know what I mean? So that's kind of something that I like really hone on because I've come from a household where we've always been together. My parents were married 50 years. You know what I mean? So it's like just to know that to be a part of his life, man, it's just crazy, man. So yeah.
Somebody asking how old is he? I think you said 7 months, right?
7 months, yeah, 7 months. Yeah.
Dude, he looks just like you.
Oh, man, he looks like a lot of different people. He can look at like my girlfriend. He makes so many facial expressions, man. He looks like so many different people at any given time. You know what I mean? So he can look like her. He can look like me. When he gets mad, he looks like me. When he makes certain faces, he looks like her. You know what I mean? So he just changes so much. He looks like so many different people, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
That is crazy.
But it's cool though, man. Like I love it though, man. Like it's challenging. God knows it's hard. Oh my God, man. Just the phases that they go through. Like right now, he just isn't he don't want to be put down. He's want to be held constantly. And like, come
Oh, yeah.
on. And then like I be having a lot of work to do. So I have mastered holding him and still being able. I lift this secret lab thing all the way up and I would hold him and type. I have like mastered it, man. It's amazing the things that you're gonna do with one hand when you have kids, man. I'm telling you.
Simply Beth has a message for you here. It says horseplay is incredibly valuable.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'll be like, all right, you're getting too far. Like, stop. You know what I mean? But he's getting to the point where he knows the word no, I feel, because he'll kind of look like and like, how dare you tell me no? You know what I mean? He'll kind of like hold his hand like, yeah, I said no. Like, you don't do that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. And me and my girlfriend also thought about making like a parents page, like another YouTube channel, but I don't know how that can go when I still want to do my camera channel, this channel, and that channel. Like, but we really been thinking about it, and we really think it'd be good just to show a journey from people who, me and my girlfriend were together, but that was like my party friend before she was my girlfriend. Like, we would go out. You talk about people who goes from partying to having become parents, just like that. And then you bring two people who's always lived by themselves, coexisting, living together. So it has a lot of challenges, man. So we've really been thinking about making a channel for that and just talking about that, you know what I mean? Talking about that experience and just all the way from when we found out that she was pregnant all the way until now. So it's something that was in the works, man. I really want to do the channel, but I know it'll be super challenging to I really have to think of a schedule. You see what I'm saying? So
right. But let's make sure you have a camera
man.
first, but not the S20.
Not the S20. That thing is in New York. I sold that to somebody in New York. I don't have to worry about that. iPhone will be on deck for that. You can believe that. It will be an iPhone clear and present when that happens, because I know this bad boy won't miss. I don't care what nobody says. That ain't gonna miss. and I can't even trust the other S20 after the S20. Don't bring that in here. I don't know what that camera's gonna do. You know what I mean? I can't trust you. You know what I mean? So iPhone will be. And my girlfriend has an iPhone, so we ain't gonna miss it. We're not gonna miss it, man. We're gonna miss that bad boy. I'm telling you.
Dwayne wants to know if he's starting to crawl you. I think Dwayne's a new daddy too, actually.
No, man, like he is using smarts. He's like, why crawl when I can just pull everything to me? So that's the way he does it. Like, we'll put something on the ground and he'll look and be like, I'm not going to crawl. I'm just going to pull this to me. Like, he's like thinking smarter, not harder. Like, he's like, I'm not going to exert energy, but I will pull it to me. So but we think the issue may be that is when he's on the ground, he's always like on a blanket. And I think he can't get grip. Because the other day he got on the hardwood floor and he had more progress in crawling than he's ever did. I said, I think it's a grip thing. He can't grip when he's on that carpet and on the rug because it's a little slippery. So we got to try, like, make sure the floor is clean and like put him on the floor and we'll see if he kind of can get traction and go then. But yeah, he's like, I'm pulling this to me. I'm not going to that. It's coming to me. So that's his way of thinking, man.
All right, so we got a question for you, but I'm gonna answer this one if I have it. Hell yes, I recommend battery case for that 11 Pro Max. I did an entire video. That thing lasted like 36 hours.
It's got to.
Yeah.
I've never personally had a battery case for 11 Pro Max because I don't need one. That battery is a beast, but I can imagine. I thought about it. I literally thought about it, and I had one for the 10S Max. But I'm like, this thing is crazy. It was just bulky. You know what I mean? Like, it couldn't be my everyday case. I used to have it for the 10S Max when I would go places where I know I would be out all day. You know what I mean? Then I would slap it on, come back home, slap my regular case on. But for the 11 Pro Max, I don't care if I got to be out all day anyway. It's going to last. That's just icing on the cake to me. I think if you get a battery case, like, and I think I watched the video a few times on it because I was like, I want it, but I have no need for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I made a video. I showed you all, like, I think that was the longest video I ever shot. And I shot it over the 2-day period I was testing the case. And like I said, it lasted me 36 hours, like from 100% phone case combo to when the phone itself died the second day later. So yeah, definitely shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Hey, no doubt, Ryan. No doubt, man. Thanks for the question.
Oh yeah, man. It's always answer the case question, man. So that's what we're here for.
Let's see, the post that we only use battery cases when we go to the beach. Ports it'll drain the battery faster. Yeah.
Yeah, I use it when I know I need it. You know what I mean? Just when I know I need it, I'll do it. You know what I mean? But for the little, I don't want to. What's that? $129 for that thing? I was like, I don't want to pay that for that, man. Like I don't. So I don't know, man.
Unless you gonna be away from power for a long period of time, you don't need it. You know, not at all.
Yeah, nah. I'm cool. The
You
11 Pro Max.
don't need it right now. We ain't going nowhere.
Like right now, I got 50% left on my battery. Now I haven't been on it a lot, but I've been on my phone a good bit today. It's like I rarely ever see the yellow low battery. Like hardly, man. Hardly. Telling you.
Yeah, that's the big debate with Apple going on right now with promotion. Apple, I think, is trying to debate internally whether they're gonna add promotion if it's gonna impact the battery. If they feel like if it's gonna impact it significantly, they're gonna leave promotion off of there. So
I don't blame them because you kind of set the bar high with the 11 Pro Max and even the smaller 11 Pro. You set it so high that when it comes to the flagship iPhone or the big dog iPhone, we always want to get better battery life. For them to have and it decreases, that's going to be a hit. You know what I mean? Because you got to make sure it's all together. So I don't know, man. It'll be true. It'll be like I said. I'm really interested on how they do this promotion thing. I'm really interested.
No doubt. Chelsea wants to know you getting your hands on the EOS R5.
Camera talk, man. No, I'm done flip flopping cameras. And you guys know I'll change cameras like 10 times.
What are you using right now? Because I have no idea.
I'm on the 6600. I'm still Team Sony. I'm still Team Sony, man. It's hard for me to lead Team Sony. I have a soft spot for Canon. We just spoke about this because I had my man Sagi on Friday. I had a Friday night stream that was going on the same time your stream was going on. I think I started like 9, but I have a soft spot for Canon, but they just have too many compromises, man. It's just too many things that's limited for the price. But I heard the R5 is clearing it up, so I don't know, man.
It's funny for me. I mean, I'm not obviously, I don't know a damn thing about Cameron, but every time I hear somebody talk about Cameron, they're like, "Oh, Canon is the Apple of Cameron. Cameron is so easy."
Now they are, but they are the Apple of cameras, which means it takes them a while to perfect something. Where Sony is the Android of cameras, where they just throw features in there. But so I've always gave that. I've always said Canon is the Apple of cameras because they do things and you're like, why are you doing this when you can easily do this? Like, why are you limiting us of this? You see what I'm saying? Like screen resolution or something. We may want quad HD, but it's not there on the iPhone yet, or whatever it may be. The old age of iPhone, it just takes a long time to perfect something. That's what Canon is. Where Android and Sony, you throw every feature in the book and see if someone actually needs it and uses it. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of always the comparison I give it.
Okay.
Yeah, man. It's just, but yeah, the R5 is supposed to be like crazily overpriced. Like that thing is going to be north of $3,000. There's no way I'm getting that.
Yeah,
at all.
The only reason why I'm using this A73 right now is because I got a bonus check from work. That's about it. Otherwise, I would not have this A73.
Man, I love the A73, man, but this 6600 was just everything that I need. You know what I mean? I just didn't need. I wanted full frame because I wanted to get into car photography, but then that's when Little Man came around, and then I'm like, you don't got no time to take no extra pictures. So I was like, let me stop. Let me not spend all this money, and let me get something that I need that's going to do everything I need to do right now. So that's why I'm on the 6600 and I'm comfortable. I don't plan on getting rid of it at all.
So like I said, you know a hell of a lot more about cameras than I do. Have you heard about this new Canon feature that makes the cam link pretty much useless or irrelevant?
Well, yes, we was just talking about that. Me and Sagi, we were talking about on our live stream, and he said it was, gosh, what did he say was the limiting factor of it? Forgot. He said they came out with it right when all this pandemic started. But it's basically like a driver that you download and you can use your camera as a webcam. But there was something. Oh, he said that the resolution really wasn't that high. He said he doesn't even know if it's 720. That was, I think that was the limiting factor of it. That it works perfect. It's amazing, but it kills the resolution. I think that's what it was. I think it just nuked the resolution. So I'm pretty sure that's what that was.
Which is kind of crazy because all you gotta do is hit 720p for most of these services, and you're good to go.
And I, if I'm not mistaken, I think he said it was below 720. And I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? Like below 720 is ridiculous.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Is Little Man making an appearance? What's he doing? He sleep? No. Give him to me for a little bit. Little Man is making an appearance.
Uh-oh. We got it coming. Oh, that's so cute.
Hang with me for a little bit, man.
We got the.
If you start crying, you gotta go back to mama though.
We're gonna have to zoom in on that one. There you go. Bam! There he is. We got a guest. We got a special guest. Little T is in the
Hey,
building. What's
you
up,
gonna smile
Fred?
for the people?
What's up,
You gonna
T?
smile for the people?
What's his name?
You gonna smile for him? You gonna
Oh,
smile for him? There you go. Here we go. Here we go.
right.
He kills me right now. Unless he starts crying, he's going back to you. But yeah, man. So yeah, I'm good with my stuff right now. I don't need to upgrade anything, man.
So what's the little dude's name again?
Weston, Weston.
Weston. Okay.
Weston.
Weston.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
What's up, Weston? There he is.
Yeah. What's
Say,
up,
man,
man? What's
he's
up,
a,
Mike? You
he's
say
a,
the person that wakes you up from time to time when you're taking a nap. Like I literally could be watching. I have to remind myself, like, yo, what's up? I'm like, God knows, like he has done it numerous times, and I laugh to myself every single time. I'm like, what in the world? Hold on, real quick.
For those of y'all that don't know, he's blaming me for waking his son up, basically.
Yo, I'm just like you and Travis. What? He jumps every single time, and because it comes out of nowhere. So any just loud noise, it just boom comes out of nowhere, and I'm like, man, what in the world? So that's why I had to make that tweet. I said I have to remember to put my headphones in, just like the disclaimer. I know it is the disclaimer that you always say you are 100% right, but I'm just like, man, telling you, yo.
For those of y'all that don't watch my Friday Night Live streams, I tell y'all every Friday to make sure you turn your volume down. Because if you don't turn your volume down, I cannot be held liable for what some loud dude thinks about you or what your neighbor thinks about you listening to some loud dude on YouTube. That's on you, not on me.
Not me. You. That's on you.
I say this every Friday night.
I can talk it through, I swear, man. And I'm just like, he did it numerous times. I'm like, every time I do, I'm like, God, Vipe, Travis, like what up? Just like Jeff said, what up, players, and what up, people? Wakes him up every single time, man. Every single time. It is hilarious, man. I'm telling you, it's hilarious.
Tell him, Ivan, yo, the disclaimer that I'm not liable.
And I knew when I made that tweet, I said, I know what Viper is going to reply back. I know he's going to say it's there. Like, that's on you. It's out there. You know what I mean? Like,
I cannot be held liable. That's why I have to claim it. Like my lawyer told me that, yo, you need to put this in there.
You have to turn it's the truth. You have to turn your volume down. Like it will get, and when it's always good, but sometimes it hits really good. Like you can tell. And I'm like, yeah, see, that just blew my ear out. You know what I mean? So you have to turn it down. You got to, man. That is the truth, yo. Simply best said, read the fine print. God, that's true, man. That is so true, man. True.
Too much fun, man. It's too much fun, man.
Oh my God.
Well, I think it's time to let him go be a daddy, y'all. So
yeah, I'm chilling, man. Let me say, if that's on you, man.
I'm good.
He's chill. That's on you. I'm chilling, man. Like I said, I got to be here all night. hey, if you would don't think you have to go just because he's right here, man. No, we all good. Like his next step will be he will be sleeping a little bit. Trust me.
Yo, I'm not messing up daddy time. I'm not doing that.
No, man, you good. It's on you, man. I'm good.
All right,
it's on you.
Let's go down memory lane a little bit since I got you here.
Yeah.
We both watched Flossie Carter. I'm curious, when did you first run in or encounter Flossie Carter on the YouTube?
HTC One Max.
Okay.
Is that it? The big, was it One Max? Yeah, That was I think it may have been before that because I remember for a fact my brother was looking for a new phone and I was like, I was telling him about the One Max. I love that phone, but the camera was trash. And I remember telling him to go watch this dude. And he was like, yo, who is this dude? Like, this dude is like a really hood dude doing tech. And I was like, yeah. But I feel like he was probably I feel like it was before that. But from what I remember, what are you getting so excited for? What I remember is the Pro Max. I mean, the HTC One Max. That's what I remember. But I think it was before that. I think. But it's been a minute. It's been he went bite real quick.
He put a viper on me.
He went bite real quick.
He put a viper on me. Oh no. No. So that's how that feels. That's how that feels.
He went bite real quick. You see how I felt? You see that? See? That's what happens when you don't turn your volume down. That's what happens. Tell him. That's what happens.
Oh man.
Yo, but yeah, I think it was around the HTC One Max though. I think that's when it was. If I'm not mistaken. Been a minute. He's probably between him, Michael Fisher, Noah from Phone Dog, John Rettinger.
Yep.
That was like all the OGs back then. You know what I mean? Like that's where I started watching YouTube. MKBHD, of course. Then that's when you started. See everybody else that kind of came in. But that's who I grew up watching. You know what I mean?
It's funny. I still remember the story that Frosty Carter tells about Noah from Phone Dog about how he reviewed the phone and Frosty brought the phone thinking it was going to be hot, and then it was not, and Frosty got mad. And that's how I got into review.
That's it, man. That's it. I'm telling you. But I think that's when. Yeah, I've been watching Floss for a minute, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Definitely been watching him for a second.
Yeah, man, it's amazing that he's been on the platform for so long, but yet he is still entertaining, and he's probably the only tech reviewer on the platform that can do an hour-long review, and you watch every minute.
Every last bit of it. It's crazy. Like, usually when I watch him, I just cast it on the TV and just let it play. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'll pause it, I'll go back to it. You know what I mean? So it's just is what it is, man. But yeah, he is probably the only. It's a few other people that I can watch a long video from, but I have to just put them on in the background. It's like you just listen to it. It's like almost like a podcast or a radio. You just listen to it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And just go about it like that. So yeah.
Yeah. People were in the chat talking about when they first encountered Floss. I think it was around the HTT, not the HTT. It was it was the HTT, the Evo 4G or the
Evo. Yeah. Yeah.
But I also remember that video rant that he did about the Impoke watch that Brent was selling. I think he went off.
I don't know if I remember that.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. He went in.
I've been watching it for remember he showed the receipts when he bought from Sprint. He used to show you the receipt that he actually bought the phone. Like, come on, that's OG Floss status right there. Y'all people don't know about that OG Floss value, man. I'm telling you, I'm telling you. I simply Bell. No. Oh, he is. Oh my goodness, man. You understand. This guy here. So animated, man. It's all right. He's probably getting wild because he does this before the crash. That means he gets silly, and the next thing you know, he'll be knocked out, swamp, man. Knocked out.
You might not want to let him watch too many Viper videos.
Oh my god! You see, he just went crazy right then. I was like, where did that come from? Like, what in the world's wrong with you, man? This dude is wild, man.
Don't want to have him pulling the deck running around calling people kids monkey nipples and stuff.
Boy, I laughed so hard when Zach first said that. Blue monkey. I can't even be mad if a child said that. I'm like, yo, that blue monkey. But didn't he get in trouble at school?
I don't know if he got in trouble, but Zach got a call from the school though.
Yeah. Boy, that's a classic story, yo. That is super classic, yo.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I appreciate that buzz, man. Thank you, man.
That
is hilarious, yo.
Man, they loving
appreciate that draft.
They loving your kid, bro. They loving the kid.
Yeah, man. Little man gets him, man. He activated right now. Like I say, as long as he's quiet, I am cool. Like he's chill, man. When he wants to be. He turns up when he wants to turn up, though.
No doubt. So while I got you, I guess I'll ask you the same thing that I asked Marquez earlier. Yeah. When this whole pandemic is over with and we are free to move about the country or whatever the case may be, leave the house, what is the first thing that you're doing?
Probably go see my parents, man. I haven't seen them, especially because of him. Like, so many people have missed this gap of him growing up. You know what I mean? So probably it's just go to my hometown and for her to see her parents, because her parents and my parents don't stay that far away apart from each other. So probably the first thing we're probably going to do is, if they don't come here, is to see my parents, because I haven't seen them since Christmas. You see what I'm saying? So that is probably going to be one of the first moves. But we're talking about something local, man. I don't know, man. Probably it may not be go anywhere, but probably have everybody come over to the new house, because we said we want a grill. We got a patio with a grill, and we probably want everybody to just come over and just drink and kick it, and I cook on the grill, and that'd be something we do. And then another thing is probably me and my girlfriend and probably our friends go to our favorite seafood restaurant. That's like we always get crab boil. So I'm pretty sure that's top on the list as well, man. But not too much, man. But just traveling to see, like going to see my brother, going to see my parents. That'd probably be the first thing that leaving to really do something we're going to do. You know what I mean? What about you?
Man, I don't know, man. I mean, I think on June 1, I got to go back to the office. I mean, the first thing I'm doing is probably going back to the office more or less. Other than that, I mean, I
Yeah.
don't really do too much anyway, man. I work and come home and do videos. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Now, I don't know when I'm going back to the office, man. Like, I know my job was just like we're transitioning within the next few months. So I legit feel like I won't be going back to my work office until I don't think until like July. I'm gonna be real. Like, I feel like they're in no rush. My manager is like, we're in no rush to get everybody back. I know his daycare, since they opened the city back up, what, last week, I think, we called them just to kind of give them an update, like, hey, he's still enrolled there. We just, of course, just left him. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, he's good. He's still enrolled. But they were like, yeah, we had more kids in the past few days, and we're like, not yet. We're not going to really bring them back yet. You know what I mean? We're kind of still waiting it out. So we're
LeBaron
definitely waiting it out.
asked you earlier about your you were getting your own
Oh
cake.
yeah, man. It's yeah, LB. We talked. We had a whole spill about that, but it's like I said, it's something I want to do, man. But just thinking of something different, man. Just trying to be different. That's all, man.
Have you?
I wish it was that easy to make it, man. I know it's
right?
Oh my god, I know it's probably a hard process.
I mean, just I watched that 31-minute video that Lou put out about how he had to go through the whole process, and it was like a whole thing. Like, man,
I was even talking to Subcase about that when I went to go talk to them. Man, I told them that I kind of wanted to, and they were really, really cool, man. Like, I would tell him that's what I wanted to do, and he was just like, "Hey, if any way we can help, let us know." You know what I mean? So I was like, "Yo, for sure," because that's something I want to do. Like, I have my schematics written down. I keep them in a private notebook because I'm like, I don't want nobody to kill my case, steal my case schematics. That's me. You know what I mean? Like, I legit have it written out from the material that I wanted. Everything. It's like it's the idea is there. I just need to put it in motion. You see what I'm saying? So, but I respect anybody who comes out with a case. Like, that's so challenging, like right now, to just come out with a brand new case that people can like. You know what I mean?
oh yeah. Speaking of LeBaron, have you had LeBaron popcorn?
For sure. Yes. LeBaron sent me a pack a good bit, like, man, a long time ago. I think he wasn't even born yet because we was going through like birthing classes, I think. And I packed some of his popcorn for our lunch boxes. And I was like, oh, we gotta take this. We like, what flavor you want? Me and my girl was picking through it, but oh yeah. That dill pickle. Oh my god, man. I said I need to go and place another big order. I need to place an order for some more popcorn. But that's the best popcorn out, man.
Hands down, man. I love cheese and Snickers myself. Love mixing those crazy mix.
Cheese and Snickers.
Yeah.
I don't know if I only can remember certain flavors because some flavors really hit. I'm a plain type of popcorn person, just like cheddar, and I'm good. But he hit me with all those jalapenos, and I was like, I'm a plain person when it comes to eating things. I don't like a whole bunch of different stuff. So he really changed the game with his popcorn. My God, he knocked it out the park. Knocked it out the park, man.
What's up, little man?
You talking to him?
What up?
You want to do YouTube? It's a lot of stuff to come with this YouTube, man.
A lot of stuff, bro. Be ready, baby. Be ready.
Too much.
No, yeah, Ryan. Yeah,
I didn't taste the Snickers. I didn't taste that one.
Yeah, he got Snickers. But what I do is I like combine the Snickers with cheese popcorn. Like the combination is lit. Like, whoo.
He says, now, Travis, that strawberry cheesecake was hitting too.
Yeah.
That strawberry cheesecake was hitting.
Yeah. And if you guys want to go check out these flavors, the website right there that Bep just pasted, doingtheworldoflavor.com. Y'all should definitely go check it out. Order you some gourmet popcorn. This stuff is fire. I'm telling you.
Travis, that's that Sigma, baby. That's that Sigma lens, man. He's instead of his dad.
I'm telling you.
That's
every time he come on here, he embarrassing me, man. It's craziness.
6600 with the Sigma 16 mil f1.4, man. I'm shooting 1.4. So that's a Sigma 16, man. That's what that is.
Yeah, Beth. Let them know. Order the popcorn.
There it is. I'm gonna have to go drop a major order with some popcorn because I love some popcorn, man. So I'm gonna have to go drop a major order coming up soon. He's how much is all of that? I may need to upgrade. You can get about 1,1500. You can have everything. It ain't the lens. The lens is low at 350. You know what I mean? So it's more so the body, the camera body. You know what I mean?
The camera body, the killer.
This may be the first time I've ever heard the buds give me a low battery warning.
I don't
think I've ever heard it so far.
Yeah, those supposed to be 11 hours a pop.
I've had it off for a while though. Like I haven't charged this bad boy in a minute, so that might be right, man.
So LeBaron says you need to holler at a content creator if you want to think about making a case. Might be a little easier.
Yeah, I know. He's I spoke to him one time about something, man, but I know he is the person that can whip it up. Like I know he is, man. So
Yep.
it's something I need to go back and revisit because you don't understand how many times I get that question asked of it. You gonna make a case? Like, come on, you know everything about cases and you know the perfect cases and all of that. So I'm like, I need to really do it for real. So I really should do it.
The world is your oyster, baby. So definitely
I'm
need
telling you, man. I'm telling you.
what we talked about earlier about what's your opinion on creating their kids on YouTube. T said he wants to make a channel, but
yeah, I mean, I know that's a really touchy thing. You know what I mean? I know that's a really, really touchy subject real fast. It's like a hit or miss, you know what I mean? I don't know if I like it, but I'm sending this text message real quick. I'm gonna get him back to the mama real fast. Oh man, it's really a touchy subject because a lot of people don't like him up there, and I get why, you know what I mean? But I feel like it's okay. But then there's crazy people out here. That's a touchy thing. Even though if we did start that channel, he will be in it, but not like every single video. You know what I mean? It'd be mostly us talking about experience. He might be in it if we're both recording or something. If he's not asleep or something like that, he might be in it. But it's touchy to have him in there or not in there. I don't 100% know. You know what I mean? I don't know if close the door real quick. I don't know if I don't know. That's real touchy. It's a real touchy subject. Even my brother he was thinking about because my niece is like so animated and she's watched all these little kid YouTubers. He was like, man, how do people do it? I'm like, he's like, well, maybe we should start a YouTube channel with her because she's so funny and so activated. And I'm like, but at the same time, he doesn't he's overprotective, and I'm the same way of just don't want them out there doing too much. So I get it. You know what I mean?
I mean, the other thing that we haven't really talked about is the whole copying situation. I mean, I don't know how to work with copying the whole making videos that are not made for kids and things like that. I mean, you got kids in the video, you're already looking at a copy thing. So I don't know. I don't know how that will work.
I don't know, man. That's a little touchy subject, man. I really do not know, but and that's another thing that we would have talked about. Like, do we care about him being there? You know what I mean? I know we did an Amazon live stream, and me and my girlfriend did a baby Amazon live stream of like essentials you need with a newborn, and we had him on the Amazon live stream. But you know, I don't know. That's a touchy topic, man, because there's some crazy people in this world. You know what I mean? We all know that. So you screw the world. You know, people are so crazy when it comes to your YouTube comment section, and you guys know. I mean, people try to really get personal with you. You know what I mean? So. You know, it's a touchy thing. You know what I mean? It's a really touchy thing with that. So you really got to tread lightly.
Yeah, I completely agree, man. I mean, if I was a parent, I'd be definitely leery to put my kid on the internet, especially with all these wackos out here. Whew.
Like right here, when I do him right here, yeah, that's fine. People know who he is. I've shared him on Twitter, so it's just like it's not as bad. But you know, it's a little touchy. Even though I don't tell a lot of people that I do YouTube, like at their daycare and stuff like that, I don't let them know what I do. Like a lot of them don't know what I do. Like I may come in there with my shirt on, they're like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Oh, that's my YouTube channel." But I mean, but it's a touchy subject, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So Beth says it's not about the psycho. I don't know how you can say that. Okay, but she said just imagine if your parents had the video of you pooping your pants and falling down. Some people would be mad. You have to decide to defend your choice to your kids.
Yeah, you're right, man. It's weird, man. It's a weird thing, man.
So you might not want to give this information away, and you don't have to if you don't want to. But I'm curious if you were able to make her. Actually, no, we don't have to go there. But you were talking about making your own colorway with Subcase. So what are your colors?
It was always when I first started the channel. It was always this blue type thing, but blue is so kind of common where I'll have to really speak with them about a color combo that where you know when we're talking about 2-part cases like the plastic shell and then the rubber part, it'll be a combo, not really with my logo or anything on it, but it'll be something that I have to really think about, like really have to really put some deep thought into it. I thought about like a geometric type color with the blues. I don't know. I mentioned them too, and I was really joking. Like I was low key just clowning on my caseology review. I said, "Yo, caseology, this was the first case that I reviewed on my channel." I'm like, "Yo, let's make us a custom colorway." And then Ksology reached out to me about something, and then they were like, hey, we heard about that custom colorway. Let's talk about that later on. I was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Okay. So they brought it to me when I was just joking. You know what I mean? So
right,
you never know. You put it out there, man. It could pop up. So.
Hey, that's why it's funny. That's why I put out the whole trying to hit 100,000 thing. Because I mean, you never know. You put it out there, you see what happens.
You gotta put it out there, man. Like you do. You know what I mean? You put negativity out there, that's what you're gonna get out there. You know what I mean? And I found myself going down that path. And that's why I was like, man, like earlier this week, I had like a coming to myself, like, look, you got to get back on track. Like I kind of lost myself when it came to this YouTube thing. You know what I mean? I started finding myself becoming too negative and putting that negativity out there. And that's all I was surrounding myself with. And I'm like, okay, you got to get out this hole. You know what I mean? So even me in the past few days, I'm like, I got to get back to being OT, doing what I used to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
Yeah, man. You got to be you, baby. Joseph wants to know if are there any car videos in the future for you?
Nah, man, because you know once Little Man came, man, the car stuff stopped. Even before he got here, I was basically done with my car. I did say if I was to get a new car, which I'm not looking to take on a car payment right now, that I will potentially start a car channel. But this is all too many channels that I want to do. You know what I mean? I can't do them all, but I know my true passion is cars. And I can do that so easy because I know so many friends in Atlanta with cars, from Lambos to people with just basic cars. I know them all. I know people who has a Lambo right now that I can call and can pull up. But it's just, that's just more time. To do a car channel, you have to be away from the house. And right now, you know what I mean? Even with Little Man, even before all this pandemic or something, nothing I want to do about being away from the channel, being away from him and everything, doing car videos all the time. That's just not in the space where I'm at right now. So I think the car thing is kind of come and going, but yeah.
All right, Dwayne wants to know how you rolling.
Oh, 2013 Nissan Maxima, man, with a bunch of mods done to it, like tons and tons of work done to it.
Yeah, he got that nitrous fuel in the hood. He's doing a thing out there.
Now, it's on the channel. If you go and just type in Maxima on my channel, it'll pop up. And every one of my car videos did amazing. But I'm also leery about putting my personal cars up there. I'm not saying this has anything tied with it, but my car was broken into twice within 7 months. Then I'm not saying that it has anything to do with YouTube. It probably doesn't, but that's because I live in Buckhead. I used to live in Buckhead, which was just break-in capital. But that kind of got me leery with putting my car on the internet. I was like, I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but that's kind of like, I want to backstep now. Like, no, I don't really want to put it there anymore. So I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I'm leery of putting any personal information or any identifying stuff on the internet, man. People are, I mean, these hackers, they too good, man. They too good.
Man, it's can't crazy, man. And if for somebody to be such opinionated like me, because you guys know people come at me on Twitter like left and right. You know what I mean? So it's just like, man, people get so serious and sensitive, man. You really can't. You can't. People are wild these days, man. So yeah, man.
People are nuts, man. People are.
I'm telling you, yo. So who your next person you trying to get up here, man? I know you still trying to get iJustine, man. Who's your goals, man? I know you got a lot of people, man.
I don't have a lot, man. Like, as you know, I've had a lot of people on here.
Your list is short. Like, yo, your list is about ran this course, man.
Yeah, man. I don't have many left, man. I mean, other than iJustine, maybe try to get unboxed therapy on here. Maybe Casey Neistat, but I mean, I don't know, man. It could be kind of difficult. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I might try to reach out to Peter McKinnon and I might try to reach out to Peter McKinnon. I met him in person at VidSummit in 2018. So it'd be cool to have him back on the podcast. And for those of y'all that don't know, Peter McKinnon was actually on one of my live streams for about maybe a minute or two when I was at VidSummit. He was on the live stream. So he won't be a stranger to being on VypDrive. He's been on VypDrive before, but it'd be cool to get him here for an actual podcast. But I don't know. But other than Justine, Casey, Lou, Peter, that's it.
It's definitely cut short.
Yeah, like, I mean,
grinding out. I'll be looking at him, and usually I just look at him in the background. I'm like, boy, he's getting them all in here, man.
Ryan asking about Renee Ritchie. Dude, Renee Ritchie's been on here a few times.
Yeah.
I mean, Renee Ritchie's been on the live stream so much, he's actually in the chat probably half the time now too. Probably. So Renee, he hang out and he listened to the live stream.
He said he was new.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, Renee. Yeah, there is a podcast on here with me and Renee. So if you want to search up Viper Renee Ritchie, you should find it. I think it was episode 71. Renee Ritchie, me and him talked about how he went independent. So definitely go check that out.
Yep.
But yeah, man, like technically teaching the list is short, man. I am like, man, it's amazing how many people I've gotten on here.
Do when you get to the point where you've hit everybody, man. It was always somebody. Even if you go outside,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not outside tech, but it's always somebody.
Yeah, the other person that I would like to get on for a long period of time is Jonathan Morton. I mean, he was on here, but he was only here for like 10 minutes at one time. So I would love to have him for like an hour just to talk through
that shouldn't be too hard. I feel like he shouldn't be too. You have already had interactions with him. I feel like people you already had interactions with one time shouldn't be hard to get.
You shouldn't be right, but people are busy AF, man.
Yeah.
Even now they're busy AF. Like, good Lord.
Yeah. That's true. That is true. That is true. I can definitely understand that. It's hard, man. It's even hard to catch some of us that be on it, man. It's just hard to get away. But sometimes you got to, man. That's what I gotta do. I haven't caught it with Viper in so long, man. I used to get on Friday Night Vipe, and it's just I said I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it, man.
Yeah, man. You were overdue.
I was big time overdue, man. Big time. But I'm glad we made it happen though, for sure, man.
Oh, no doubt, man. I mean, we've had some good convo tonight. I appreciate your time, bro. But yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Like I said, we definitely gotta do it again, man.
No doubt. But I mean, people outside of tech, man. Who would I want to get out here that's outside of tech though? Man. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some people outside of tech I would love to get on here. I don't
watch much. I have camera. So what I did when I started my camera channels, I moved all of the camera channels I followed to that. I subscribed to them on that channel.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, my tech news feed doesn't have camera and everything into it. So my tech one is just my tech, but then it also has all my car people. So this channel is car people and tech, but then all of my camera is on the other YouTube page. So yeah, man.
All right. So outside of tech, Amy Landino, pretty cool people. It would be fun to talk to her.
Okay. Yeah.
Romina had been on the live stream, but I've never had her as a guest on the actual podcast. So it'd be cool to have her as an actual guest.
I heard her twice here in Atlanta. I think she's super cool, man.
Yeah, Romina, good people. Let's see, who else outside of tech? Let's see. Roberto's been on here so many times. I've lost count.
Yeah.
I've lost count.
Right.
Maybe D or Nick Nimmin, although they're in Thailand, so that'd be a little bit difficult with the time management, but we can probably get it done.
Yeah, you can definitely get that done.
Let's see who else.
I need to get your average consumer back up here because he was only here for that little brief moment. I think.
Yeah, he was here for like
yeah.
He was here for my birthday for like 5-10 minutes.
He's about to have that little one coming, so that's about to be.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lockdown, right?
That's gotta be a wrap.
Yep. You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying. You know who I would love to get on the live stream with me, but I don't think he really does live stream too much. If Mr. Who's the Boss, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, true. Somebody in the chat said, "What about Linus?" The Elijah Point said, "What about Linus? I guess Linus Tech Tips."
That'd be a cool conversation too. Although, like,
Austin Evans? No,
Austin. Nope, haven't had him yet. Nope.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a few people out there that I would love to have.
It's still a good bit out there that you could probably get. It is still a good bit out there.
I mean, but the main thing is, I mean, I don't know if they rock with me or not. A lot of my getting people on here now is that they are aware of me and they rock with me. But I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, anything is possible. I mean, I think I proved that over the past 3 years. So we'll see what happens.
You can't say it's not. Anything is possible.
Anything possible, yeah.
And you feel like it'll be easy, man. If they're in that circle, you can be. I feel like it's like a text away. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's my way of thinking. Like,
but here's the thing, though. Like,
can you just send a text message and be like, "Hey, this dude is cool." That's what I would do if I was cool with somebody that you wanted to get on here with. I'd be like, "Hey, let me send this person a text message."
You know what? I mean, that would be the thing, right? But I would hate to ask somebody to send a message on my behalf to somebody else to get them on here.
Well, I wouldn't ask somebody, but if it was like if I was somebody that I knew. So-and-so wanted to be on this live stream, and I knew that I've already chopped it up with you. And say if somebody was my best friend, if your average was my best friend, and I'd be like, "Hey, man, look, this dude been trying to get you on. Like, I just been up there. I had a good time. It'd be cool if you join him, or something like that." I feel like something will be quick like that, but I guess that's not how the universe works. So
no, not really.
That's just me. That's just me. I
mean, it would be cool if it worked that way, but I mean, I can't do it right. I can't do things like that. I can't. do it. Although,
No, I agree 100%.
But you know, it is funny though because I just seen they follow me on Twitter last week or a few days ago, so they're making progress on that front. But
that's a big step, then. Shoot.
Yeah, but you know what happened with all that, right? T?
Oh, what with the post? People were tripping. I saw you. Yeah. I was outside doing something, and I was listening to you. And I heard you going off about something, but I didn't really catch it when you were going off of like that.
Yeah. People were losing their damn mind because I put out a post with her picture on Twitter about how I've been trying for like 100 weeks to get on here. And people were like, you're stalking and harassing her. I'm like, wait, what? Huh? What?
But I mean, you've that's how you get people up there. That's how you've been getting everybody up there. So
Exactly.
People must not know.
They don't. They have no clue.
You know what I mean? Because that's how you've been getting people. So it's just like, hey, you gotta go where it works. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
and if it works, what's happening ain't working, you gotta try something new. So I was trying something new.
You've got people up there that I bet nobody else can get on their live stream. So if it's anybody that can get up there, it's gonna be you. It'll happen. You know what I mean? It just had to take time. But like MK, you waited all that time for Marquez to join, so it'll happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm a patient dude. I'll wait it out. Like I said, the funny thing was people are complaining and moaning about me reaching out to Justine. That's the post they got her to follow me on Twitter. Like I actually accomplished what I thought to accomplish. So you can complain all you want, but it works.
You get a step, and then before you know it, I predict she'll be up here within the next month. Because if I think it'll happen.
I hope so. See, the problem is people think like I'm harassing her, things like that. But I have had like interaction with her. I've asked her like to come on the podcast, and she said yes, she's interested. Let's do it finally. That's why I've been trying to get her. But you know, she's like followed by almost 2 million people on Twitter. She gets so many messages and DMs that she probably loses track. So after she said, yeah, we can do it, I was trying to follow back up, but I never got a reply. So that's when I sent out the post with the picture, and then people lost their mind because I don't think they realized that we had previous interactions.
Right. But people don't know the backstory, man.
Yeah, they don't know the backstory.
Man. You know how Twitter is, man.
But in my putting that post out there with the picture and all that, she ended up following me. So there we go. I'm like, all right,
it's coming. You know what I mean? It might be a little funny time right now with everything that's going on. So I think everybody can understand that, but it'll happen, man. That'll happen sooner than later too, probably.
Man, like I said, man, one day at a time, baby. One day at a time.
That's all you can do, man. That's all you can do.
Yo, Tech Job, what's up, baby? How you doing, man? How you doing?
Good, man. What's good?
So let's see what's coming up. Oh, we got a WWDC coming up in a few weeks. But as far as phones go, I think the next phones are the Note 20 and the Pixel 4a. That's right. Pixel 4a. Yeah, Pixel 4a supposed to be coming on the 22nd of this month. And then after that, though, we got August. We got the Note 20 and the Fold 2. I'm really interested in the Fold 2. I'm just scared of how much it's going to be.
When you talk about folds, that's the first thing you got to think about is look, the price. Because there's no way. It's got to be $2,000. I don't think they're gonna. It's gonna have to be that or more. You know what I mean? Especially if they iron out all the issues. Like, man, that's why I can't ever see myself getting a fold because there's no way. I don't like paying that price for iPhones, but what doesn't make it hurt so bad is because I sell my previous iPhone, and get most of my money back and put $200 to it, and I got the new iPhone. So that's why it never hurts that bad buying a brand new iPhone that's over $1,000. But when we're talking about when you have to come up from scratch. Man, I'm gonna have to just stack and save because I do really want to see what the hype is all about. You know what I mean? But that price, man, is just unbearable.
Yeah, like the last phone was 1980. If they come out with anything close to that, especially given that we're in a pandemic, you can forget it.
Man, but that Note 20, I don't know what you can do to the Note 20.
The problem about the Note 20 is that it's going to be almost a carbon copy of this thing with the same camera issue probably as 20 Ultra.
They better not try to put that camera in the Note. I don't want to hear.
You know they are.
They need to. I forgot who I was listening to. I think it might have been TK, one of his videos. I was like, they need a one and done with the S20 Ultra camera. Do not try to put that camera.
Actually, I'm glad you mentioned TK. For those of y'all that are listening to this podcast, let TK know that he needs to be a guest on my podcast. I need to reach out to him. I haven't done that yet.
Make it happen.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, that's the other person I haven't got on here yet that I need to talk to. I definitely need to make that happen.
I think somebody said it. I think when we were talking about it in the chat, somebody said TK. I don't know who it was, but
I gotta get him on here, man. I've been watching TK for years, dude. That dude,
I've been watching him forever too. Like,
you know the cool thing about TK though is that he has never changed at all. The same dude from day one.
Yep.
Like
you like him. You know what I mean? You like it's about all those people who's never changed. Either you rock with him or you don't. You know what I mean? So, and he has been the one that's been 100 ever since day one. The same TK,
same dude,
crazy.
Yeah, I respect that dude, man. Like he's no nonsense. He's real.
I couldn't get up with him when he came to Atlanta, man. Him and I think LaShawn was out, and they were out drinking, and I was I knew I couldn't go out because it was like a week or two before my girlfriend was due. And I was like, there's no way I can leave this house. And if she messes around and goes in labor or something. So I was like, man, if it was any other circumstances, I would love to get up and meet, because there's only been a few people. The only people that I've met from YouTube was Trent. Tech Rant came to Atlanta. We went out, had some drinks, kicked it for a few hours, man. Had a good time. And then Tech King Mike, he came to my house around Christmas. He was in the area and he came to the house. And I told him to stop by the house. Some people was over there having some drinks. And him and his wife stopped by. But I think those are the only two people from YouTube that I think I've ever met in person, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's it.
Yeah,
that's
all right. Actually,
Roberto.
Actually, I've met a lot of people from YouTube just because of Vid Summit. But TK came to Chicago a few months back, so I met him when he came to Chicago.
Yep. So it's been a few people. I always tell people who's in the Atlanta area. I know me and Roberto said, I know we had to get up and do a video or something. Me and him got to link up, and it's a few people in the Atlanta area that I ran into, but you know, man, it's crazy how I bumped into Roberto the first time. Like, I literally walked to my barbershop to where my old place was, and I literally walking in my barbershop, and I looked, and I've seen Roberto, and we've never met in person, but we both looked and was just like, yo, what's up? He was talking to Romina and some other people that was over there.
Yep.
And I was just like, and I remember him introducing me to him, and I was like, he was like, this is like the Godfather of cases on YouTube. And then we took a little selfie, and then boom, we was gone. You know what I mean? But and then I met him again. And one time we had the creator bash, like around Christmas. I met him again, and we really had a chance to sit down and talk like for like an hour or two. You know what I mean? So it'd be cool. I always tell people if they're in the Atlanta area, man, just hit me, man.
I remember back you have to go when you and him like trying to make a correspondence because you guys were so close.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're so close, man. I know Joseph Hardison. I know he's in the area, man. So I always said I want to do like a quick little meetup. I know it may not be a bunch of people, but I don't even care. Even if it's like 5 people from Atlanta, like, hey, let's do a quick meetup. Let's go to the restaurant, eat, chop it up. You know what I mean? Something like that. But yeah, man, if I ever go to somebody's city, I'd be like, hey, I'm here. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
I'm going to use that. I'm going to start calling you the Godfather of cases. I'm going to use that.
That's what he said. I was like,
I'm going to use that.
It is crazy, man, because I feel like me starting to review cases was like a gift and a curse for me, because sometimes I feel like I want to get out of cases. But
I'm about to say, I think you've been trying to get out of cases, though.
Man, I would love to hate it. Doing case reviews sometimes don't really excite me anymore. But I think it's the way I review them. Like, I don't even want to do top down anymore. So when I review this clear case, it's going to be me in front of the camera with like try to do like some B-roll shots of the case. So I think I just might be bored of the process. But it's crazy, man, because people come to me for cases. It's like I dug myself into a niche that you can't get out of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a gift and a curse from me starting off with cases, because I'm like, golly, man.
So for when I do case videos, they usually, as far as initial velocity and viewing things like that, they usually start off slow AF. Is it the same way for you, or is it just me?
You know, it depends on the brand. Like speaking cases, Caseology cases, boom. Now what's crazy is it wasn't even speaking. It may have been Caseology and Ringke for the Samsung Galaxy A71. When I put those videos out, they was crawling slow. Like I'm talking about, I was like, these things might not even break like 500 views. I go look at my creators the other day. One is at like 15K, and the other one's like 12K. They just sprouted. And I'm not saying that's like grand. For some of my case reviews go to like 100,000. But I was like, whoa, where they come from? But it just popped up out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really go back sometimes and look at my old videos, but sometimes they just grow. It just, whatever catches on it just goes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
No doubt.
Sometimes the algorithm is weird, man. Like it's that algorithm is funny sometimes, man.
I don't know if you were listening to the live stream. I was breaking down what the hell happened with my main channel, but yeah, the algorithm is.
I saw all of that. What was going on? I was just like, and first of all, your trailer got crazy velocity. Your YouTube trailer, I was like,
and I released it like. It's funny because that video was uploaded to the channel like 3 months ago, and I accidentally made it go. I put it public, and I didn't know it was gonna be a new upload. So yeah, I did that at like 10:30 at night, and like you said, it got crazy velocity. I'm like, what the?
I was like, dang, that thing too. It's good to do channel trailers though. That's what's up. I think everybody should do a channel trailer.
Yeah, but yeah, other than that though, like I said, like I found out that like 33% of my content got put in restricted mode. I found out the auto captions
restriction mode when you was on this. I clicked on Roberto's stream when you guys were up there, but I didn't really. I clicked on it, stayed for a second, and then left. But I was like, what is this restricted mode thing? And I'm like, and then I saw you just going through it on Twitter. I was like, golly, man.
Bro.
But glad you got it all sorted out. Hopefully you can see some improvements and everything like that. You know what I mean? So
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, I do a lot of videos that are unrestricted. I'm trying to get reversed, but with the
how do you
pandemic
even go
and
about getting reversed? Is it like a YouTube thing?
Google has like a form that you can fill out to appeal restricted videos. So I've been doing that, but with the
Yeah.
limited workforce they got, who knows when they'll even look at it or review it. So
Dang, that's
I don't
crazy,
know.
man.
It
You
is
don't even
crazy.
know. You had no idea about that either. That's
None.
crazy.
I just happened to be on the live stream with Roberto and him talking about it, and I was just like, you know what? Let me get at this. I'm like, oh my god! But you know what it was, T? It's the damn
What?
auto captions, man. Some of these auto captions got me cursing, dude, and I never curse on the main channel, bro.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
that will probably bury you. You don't even realize it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not to mention the fact that some of these auto captions have me captioned in Dutch and Russian, and French.
That makes you want to take a look at your own channel. Like, yo, hold on, let me, you know what I mean? It makes you think like you better go check your stuff. You don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? It could be happening to a lot of us out here. We don't even realize it.
Yeah, so, I would highly advise you guys. Some of you guys check some of those captions, man. You don't know.
Yeah, I've been going back. Like I said, I've kind of like about to get my channel restarted. Like I'm about to go back and really dig into it and look at certain things, man. Because for a long time, I didn't really look at my analytics like that. Like I'm not an analytics junkie when it comes to YouTube. So there's probably a lot that I don't know that's sitting right in my analytics, and I'm not even looking at it. So I said I got to get a little bit more serious about that, man.
Listen, man, I've been doing this thing for a little over 3 years now, damn near, and the channel has been crawling. So I'm just trying to figure out why the hell it's been crawling when everybody like it's frustrating when my channel crawling and people are just blowing by me, and I'm just like, blowing by me,
even past me. Like once I hit. And I don't hate them no much more than like I respect everybody that's blown past me. I could care less because even within my channel, I'm still figuring out which direction I want to go. You know what I mean? So it's just hard because you really do have the niche down, but that's where it's kicking me so hard because my channel was cases. So it's like, all right, you either, and people always tell me I come to you and accessorize me for cases. And I'm like, God, man, I can't get out of that. You can't get out of that lane. So
it's gonna be hard, man.
It's gonna be tough, man.
It's hard, bro.
You gotta really that niche down mess is serious, man.
And listen, man, like I'm not saying like that people are blowing by me to like be negative about it. I mean, hey, I know I don't make the best content. That's cool. But when everybody's blowing by me and I'm still crawling, I know something's wrong. So I'm like, all right, I gotta figure out what's going on. Why are my videos not taking off? Like there are at least every creator that I know, or not everybody, there's a lot of creators that like are at my sub count or a little bit higher that have videos that'll have at 30, 40, even 100,000 views. I do not have a single video over 25,000 views. None.
All together?
And what makes it worse, T, I have over 400 videos uploaded on YouTube. Only one has gone over 20,000 views. Only one.
Really? What was that?
And that was the how to make an emoji video on iOS 13. The only video is over 20,000.
See what I'm saying?
And I know something is wrong.
I don't be knowing. Like, it be some videos that I know that's going to blow up. Like, I know this video is going to do good, and it just falls on its face. And that can be really. People say it don't. Oh, you shouldn't. I'm like, it kind of bothers you though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it bothers me. Hell yeah.
Put a lot of time into a video, and then it just falls flat on his face. You're like, man, it really hits you right there. You know what I mean? So I get it 100%. Like. And it's tough, man. Like this whole battling the algorithm. That's why I made a camera channel. And it's just like, I really wanted to focus on that channel more because I'm like, all right, I can talk about any, and I'm getting love on that channel. Even though I have 300 subscribers. One of my videos gets like 100 views a day. For that channel is good because it's like, I think that video is like 5,000. And I'm like, man, I got to focus on that channel a little bit more, man, because I'm not getting so much toxicity over there yet. You know, every niche has its own toxic group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like right now it's all love in the camera video. So I'm gonna have to go back over there and revisit that, man. But I think I'm gonna start back off with like one video a week, man, just to kind of get my feet wet, get rolling back into it, and kind of go from there.
So Bevan's talking about how I should start a third channel. No. The problem is I'm gonna deal with the same issue starting a third channel. The auto capture ain't going away. So it's better if I just try to fix what I'm got going on now.
Yeah, I wish I would have. Man, I always think of what if I would have started when I said I wanted to start. And that was back in 05. I'm like, man, I probably wouldn't even be working a full-time job. It probably been full-time by now. You know what I mean? And
probably.
And me personally, I don't even. Everybody asks me, do you have any desire to go YouTube full-time? I'm just like, I don't know if I do. because I see so much. I don't know if I want to put into my hands or put into YouTube algorithm all of my, everything in the basket. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it'd be really, I think I'll be one of the people, if it did take off, to still work my regular job, because I'm thinking about, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird, man. I never really considered going full time, to be honest with you, though, man.
Oh,
If it worked,
Beth said you should start a third channel. Okay.
it's already a case channel. That's the thing, man. Like, I'm still contemplating of just taking off with accessories. Just like not even doing phone reviews, really. You know what I mean? Because I really don't like doing phone reviews. And I just might just take off full steam with accessories, because that's what people come to me for. You know what I mean? So
man.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah. Hey, Janothan, yes, I can turn off captions, but I can only do it by video basis. I can't do it for the whole channel, which kind of sucks, but whatever.
That's YouTube for you.
Yeah. And actually, what I've taken to do for my last couple of uploads, I've been transcribing the captions myself, which, God, it takes no goddamn long.
Gracious, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. but the problem is, people were suggesting that I have like a AI do it. I tried that. It's terrible. They're all terrible. It's all terrible.
It's still messed up. Yeah.
It's just easier and more time efficient if I just transcribe it myself, because the AI can't understand me at all.
No, I can't imagine doing that.
Bro. It's rough. I'm not gonna do it for every video, obviously, but yeah, that's what I have to do.
I don't blame you at all. Nah.
Yeah, transcribing is terrible. It's hell. It's hell on earth, literally.
Golly.
My hand be feeling like 90 years old when I'm done.
It'd be over, man. You'd be carpal tunnel dealing with that mess, man. You don't want that, man.
No, man.
Definitely not.
No doubt. Well, it's getting kind of late for T, and it's like 9 o'clock here and 10 o'clock for him, so I'm gonna let him go. We're gonna get up out of here. I appreciate the time, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Oh, like man, man. We got.
We were no doubt, man.
Friday night stream, or you know me. If I set a stream up, we gotta do this again, man.
Yo, man, you know where to find me, man. Don't be acting like a stranger, baby.
No, we're gonna get into it, man. Like I said, I gotta start making time. I'm trying to find a day of the week where I can go live. I'm thinking about like Monday nights, maybe, or Thursday or something like that. I kind of like to have, the way YouTube is, everybody has their own days. You know what I mean? Easy got Wednesday, you got Friday, this person has this day. So I kind of like to do, because we all, even though we have different people who follow us, a lot of us watch the same streams. You know what I mean? So I thought about doing something maybe like on a Sunday night or a Monday night, getting back into a weekly live stream type swing of things, man, because I really miss interacting with all the people, man. So
do your thing.
Yeah, man. We're gonna get it back going, man.
No doubt, man. Hey, Beth, I tried that. It takes the same amount of time for me to pick the AI as it would take me to do it myself. So I'm just doing myself. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But you all, thank you so much for watching both of these live streams tonight. Like I said, we podcasting all week long, man. I got a podcast every day up until Friday. So tomorrow, Gregor TV will be here. What time is that podcast? Let me check the calendar real quick. Cool, I mean, your boy getting so busy, I got to put stuff on the calendar now. Let's see.
You know what I'm saying? He might getting too big for us, man. He about to have to get assistant, man, with these podcasts, man.
Wait. Oh yeah, that's right. He's on Pacific. Okay, so tomorrow, Gregor TV, that podcast starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys want to come hang with me and Gregor, we'll be here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. But again, thank you to TechnicallyTee. Thank you to Marquez. Thank you for all you guys that showed up and showed out and hanged out and donated and all the things. I appreciate all you guys. But me and T, we out of here. Peace. Have a good evening. And I will see you guys tomorrow.
Later.